It has been a little over 6 months since Avery, Leon, and Xavier and Phoenix dug themselves out of a shallow grave. Over the course of the night, they came to realize that something was wrong. They didn't need to breathe, their hearts didn't beat, and there was a hunger driving them to attack and drink the blood of anyone they met. Eventually, they came to the conclusion that they were vampires. After a few trials and tribulations and um, being taught the ropes from older kindred, they quickly came to understand the world of darkness around them. But the questions about how they were embraced and by whom led them to Fort Wallace Cemetery in Kansas, where they met uh, who Xavier and Phoenix had learned was their sire, a man by the name of Zydeco Jones. Although Zydeco seemed willing to talk, Xavier proved less so, and had the ghoul Chloe open fire on him. The battle at Fort Wallace Cemetery was quick and violent. Zydeco met final death, and Avery was dragged away from a burning building with one arm, just barely surviving a battle with a gargoyle. It has been 3 months since the events at Fort Wallace Cemetery. In that time, each of you has been working on your own little projects and begun really understanding what unlife will be now that you are kindred. A large estate house at the edge of town was purchased by Xavier, who is it is now fully furnished and finished. Those of you who have chosen to move there are beginning to settle in and unpack. Xavier has also started a private security company. For now, it only has a handful of clients and employees, but the demand for the service is growing. Leon has begun patrolling the streets at night, keeping a vigilant eye on the city's wildlife and pets for any indications of supernatural activity. Leon has also learned that there seems to be some dark secrets in their Aunt Euphemia's past that may be connected to the ghost in their haven. Phoenix has taken the coterie of thin bloods known as the Thin Mints under her tutelage. They seem appreciative for her efforts, some more than others. Phoenix has also taken to studying at the Platte Valley Chantry. There are a great many things to learn there, and Louis, seems more than eager to teach her. Avery has recently taken up bird watching with the assistance of Phoenix. There are really only owls this late at night, but they do seem to be quite talkative. And when not carousing at Cerberus with the Anarchs, Avery has begun working on her own bar, Fantasia. It's a um, lost my place. It's a large bar for carny standards with a dance pit next to a raised stage, uh, with enough room for a pinball machine and a pool table, as well as a private lounge upstairs and kindred friendly apartments on the floor above. But even as you keep yourselves busy from night to night, an uneasy feeling has begun to grow. There are many questions left unanswered, mysteries that need keen and inquisitive minds to assess. Supernatural creatures growing more bold that need to be managed. Strange and unique texts that need to be deciphered and understood. There are political games being played that require finesse and tact. And a strange wind has rolled into town, a kindred presence, and rumors of a strange bus showing up. And of course, there's the coterie themselves, that in spite of the odds, have begun to make a place for themselves in the world of darkness. Will they remain strong together, or will they fall apart from outside forces interfering? Presently, uh, it is a week before the public opening of Avery's bar, Fantasia. Um, Avery has decided to start the festivities by having a kindred only night as sort of a test run of things. Um, on the guest list for the evening is whom, Izumi?
Prince Steel and Louis, his entourage. Prince Steele's. Uh, the Anarchs, all of them.
Okay.
I'm assuming Chansey's there because it's Chansey. And of course us and the Thin Mints. But the Thin Mints are told if they're there to stay quiet.
I see. Okay.
Wait,
So
They have the
is it?
option
basically
of showing up, but I would
so
strongly
you
suggest that
basically
don't.
you basically invited the entire Camarilla court to
Okay,
your
no Thin
bar,
Mints. No Thin Mints.
and you've also invited all of the local anarchs
Hey,
to your
they
club
have
at the
they're
same
not.
time.
They have an understanding.
This is
Uh-huh.
supposed to be a neutral ground.
This is neutral ground.
Right, because you absolutely have the ability to declare an Elysium.
I didn't declare Elysium. I said it was neutral
Uh-huh.
ground.
Which is
I'm not part of
Elysium.
not part of the Camarilla. I can't have an Elysium. It's neutral ground.
Okay. Um, Chauncey will not be making an appearance this time. He is saving his performance for the opening night with
Well, he can just come hang
the
out.
the kind. Oh, Chauncey's far too busy of a man.
melted
Yeah,
That
he's a rock god.
thing.
melted bat thing.
He's far too busy of a rock god to waste his time just lounging around with Camarilla
Oh,
and
wait, but
Anarchs.
he's Camarilla.
Um, However, Alice has said that her band, the Wild Roses, are more than happy to play the opening night for the Kindred night for you.
Done. They can do it.
Okay, we can do that.
Alice scares me. She will have whatever she wants.
I mean,
I
uh,
watched her spew blood over an entire crowd.
it was for a show. You know, it's for the showmanship.
Hmm.
All right. So, does anyone else have any preparations that they would like to get out of the way before we get into the scene itself? Like, because I know you've got all like Phoenix's dance list and songs set up, right?
And her outfits.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
outfits are important.
Yeah.
Okay.
she
Is there any Leon? Is there anything that you'd like to get sorted or talk about before we get
No
into this?
clue.
All right, sounds great.
No clue.
We'll
Just
just
go.
go at it.
Yeah, I'll probably be wearing that one outfit that I drew.
All
Okay.
right. So, um, we will start the scene right at sundown. Everyone has sort of gathered at the bar to get things ready. You've had your employees for Fantasia, and you have had your um other workers, Chloe, your ghoul, and your other ghoul,
Abella.
Abella.
And Georgina,
Forgot
because she
about
doesn't have to
her.
be there.
I forgot about
and
her
Georgina.
too.
I definitely have Mare on my shoulders.
Okay, bringing Mare. A very
course.
gainful thing to do.
And that is the outfit that Avery is in.
All right,
That
looks
was the
good.
after party outfit.
All right. So everyone's ghouls and employees are running around. You've got Xavier's a few Xavier's people running as bouncers, correct?
Yes.
If I remember correctly,
Mm-hmm.
right? You okay. Um then we will start the scene with it being just after about hour or so after sunset, where everyone's gotten up, started getting ready for the day, stuff like that. All right, that's what I thought. Xavier's security team would be there. Okay, so um,
Trained professionals, not a bunch of hicks.
trained professionals, right? Um, So everyone has started showing up. Not so much the kindred, as you probably have set the invitation time to be like midnight or something like that, right?
Yeah. I did
Okay.
want to remind you that um Quinn said that I could borrow some of his herd
Right.
until I can build my own.
Um, and they will have shown up there during the day to help get everything ready for you
Mm-hmm.
under Quinn's orders. So, and they will be in the, like private lounge area. And they are people who are
And there's no
part of his
pinball machine.
herd. Huh?
There's no pinball machine.
I mean, and I said there is room for one. I never said you had to have one.
This is
I
a
mean, you
fancy
could.
place, not a dive bar.
I mean,
It's the
fancy places,
fanciest place in Carney.
yeah, fancy bars can still have pinball machines.
Listen, I'm trying to impress Kindred, not make them think that I'm just,
All right.
every
That's
other
fine. If you
Bruja
don't,
ever.
hey, I simply said in the description that there was room for a pinball table and a pool table if you wanted them. If you don't gotta. You can set up some nice fancy tables
There
there.
are
Why
nice
not?
fancy tables.
All right. So, as everyone in the coterie starts showing up and rolling in, um you all finally see Fantasia, like, cause you guys, a few of you have been at the bar, um, from time to time, with it, still under construction, not quite open yet. But now the bar is fully stocked. All of the lights are in and on. The music's going. There are staff running around doing things. There are bouncers, all sorts of stuff. It actually looks like a club, like a bar, you know? And everyone starts rolling up. So, what is Avery doing right now?
Avery
You're
is.
about 10, you've got about a half an hour to 10 minutes before the other kindred start showing up.
Yeah, Avery's running around, like, super stressed out, making everything look super, super nice. Yes, she is worried about having Anarch and Camarilla in the same building, but she's hoping everyone behaves.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
But when it
What
gets
about
when it gets closer to time for them, for like people to show up, she is gonna just be like in the upstairs over the rail, like looking down over the railing, just kind of overseeing her little
all right.
piece of
what about Phoenix? What is Phoenix up to?
Phoenix is making sure their outfits are ready because they have 3 outfits for tonight that they are
Mhm.
changing into for different things. Um, so they are making sure like they have the first outfit on, it's smooth, that it's perfected, it's ready. The next outfit is like packed at the top of the bag and ready to go, and the last outfit is right there, also ready to go.
Uh, they are doing a sound check. Would you like to participate in that sound check?
Uh, Phoenix has been practicing, and towards the closer to the opening night has been practicing on the stage since she's not really singing and she is opening for this band. She doesn't need to do the sound check.
She's just
Okay.
gonna dance sexy for everyone.
Yeah.
All right. And what about Leon? What is Leon doing at this being very clearly out of place in this sort of upscale club?
Probably just sitting at like a corner table, um, hanging out with Mare, looking around, just
All right.
feeling very awkward.
Are you wearing anything special tonight, or are you just sort of in your normal clothes?
I'm in that one outfit that I drew, so it's not too fancy, but it's better than just the hoodie they normally would wear.
Okay, sounds good. Um, and Xavier is probably wearing like I would imagine wearing like a nice uh uh sort of dress jacket and button up shirt, kind of hanging out with uh the security team, stuff like that, making sure that they're all organized and everything. If I'm not wrong, Storm, I would imagine that's probably what you'd want. Well, you can let me know here in just a minute. However, uh, there is someone in the coterie that is in this call that hasn't been introduced yet. Uh, Ryder, you have been hanging around this town for a little while, um, about a week or so, and you've noticed that there's some supernatural activity. I mean, you were fairly certain that there would probably end up being kindred in this town because there's usually kindred in most towns. But it seems like instead of like the normal one or two, you've got a whole plethora of them running around here.
The gaggle.
A gaggle.
And they seem to be a whole gaggle of vampires.
Is it a murder of kindred? Like, is a group of kindred called a murder? Like
Nah,
those?
A cauldron.
it's a gaggle.
Uh-huh.
It had to be
It's a
cauldron.
gaggle.
A cauldron.
A gaggle of
As in no
vampires.
bats.
Nah, gaggle's
Uh,
funny.
you've noticed that uh, they all seem to be sort of focused and centered around this bar, and that there is a buzz of activity tonight with this bar, and it seems to be open.
Okay.
I don't know if you would feel appropriate in crashing a party or not, but tonight seems like a very appropriate time to do that if you'd like.
Oh, absolutely we are.
Okay. I will keep that in mind.
Absolutely. He just walks in like he owns the place.
Oh, we're gonna have words.
Not like super like I'm here, but he like just goes in.
Yeah, he
Okay.
just
Probably
always.
probably just like sneaks in with another group or something.
Okay. I'll work that in. So, for right now, um, the first people to show up are the Anarchs. Um, Quinn and his coterie of independents, including Alice, uh, Skip, and Sophia. All four of them show up together,
Oh, Sophia, yes.
and they are very well dressed. Quinn has on his best patched denim jacket, just covered in studs and safety pins. Uh, there's a huge uh, patch on the back of Cerberus's logo, his club, his bar, Cerberus. He's got a big patch with its logo on the back of his jacket, safety pinned on. The sleeves are ripped off, and you can see his like tattooed arms, uh, bare arms underneath of it. Uh, his mohawk is up, full lime green, everything.
He re-dyed it for tonight. It'll be
Oh,
back to normal tomorrow night.
yeah, yeah. It'll be back to its faded green tomorrow. Um, he's also wearing, a face full of like super vampy, gothy makeup. With him, Alice, who is Toreador and is wearing a very short skirt, fishnets, knee high, leather boots, very beautiful blouse. She's brought along her band with her, who are all kine or ghouls. It's hard for you to know for certain. Um, Maybe you could assume they would probably be ghouls. Um, and then you have Skip, who is wearing his best Hawaiian button-up shirt. Um, um, he has his hair coiffed back in a perfect pompadour. Um, uh, and uh, and just enough, like a tasteful amount of chest exposed. Um, and then we have Sophia, who appears to be actually wearing something other than her 12 layers of ratty, baggy uh, hoodies like she normally does. Um, Sophia, they are actually wearing what might be considered like a blouse and still baggy on them, but more fitted pants. Um, and over that, they are wearing a hooded, uh, um, um, what is it? My brain can't come up with the name for it. Like sort of like a hoodie, except for it's a little nicer. Um,
Cloak, shawl,
um, Cardigan.
coat,
That's what I'm looking
cardigan.
for. She's wearing like a black cardigan that's like long and flowy and has a hood, and she has the hood up. You can see the like their rainbow colored hair, kind of like dreadlocks, kind of uh coming out of the side of it. Um when Quinn arrives, he makes a big scene of it for him, kind of just saunters into the big double doors and screams, "Avery, get your ass down here."
Ask nicely.
Mhm.
She screams back, ask nicely.
I said get down here.
She's too stressed to play this game. She'll calm down.
Um uh while you're walking down the stairs from the upstairs balcony area overlooking, um Sophia is kind of going to like slink around the edges and then go sit around where Leon is and kind of like quietly sit in the corner and observe everyone. Alice and her band are going to start heading towards the stage. Alice gives you a little wave as she walks by. And then as you approach Skip and Quinn, uh, uh, Quinn is going to greet you with a large smile. And then you are overwhelmed by Skip, who comes in for a big bear hug. Oh, kiddo, I'm so glad to see your bar. You've done such a great job.
Oh, thanks. I've worked very hard. It's been very stressful. I didn't even know I could still get stressed. But apparently I can.
Oh, you still have a lot to learn, don't you, kiddo?
Yeah.
And then Quinn, kind of looking around, gives you a sly look. Ain't half bad. You did all right.
Sorry there's no giant statue of Baphomet.
Like I said, could be some improvements.
Don't tell Alice that she kind of helped with the decorating.
Well, I'm sure that's why it does look half good.
Oh. Oh.
Kind of laughs at his own joke, but I'm kidding. So, when do you think the royal asshole is going to show up?
If he shows up, I I don't even know if my mic's picking me up. I don't know. I He's got the invite. Phoenix is here.
Do
Everyone likes
you
her.
think he'll actually show up?
If he doesn't, I will burn his building down. It's not like I don't know where it is.
That's a bold claim, but you know,
I mean, I'm
I wouldn't be
obviously not
surprised.
really. He says like
And
kind of
isn't your
looking
gonna social
around like,
studies?
I wouldn't put it past you, honestly.
yeah.
But who knows? Anyways, I guess you should show me around. And then Skip will pipe up. Yeah, give us a tour, kid.
Well, if you insist, Undad, since you asked nicely. Yeah,
Mhm.
she's just showing the bar, like, takes him upstairs to the VIP, tells Skip specifically that, the
Mhm.
apartments, where the apartments are, um,
Right.
or the door to the
You
apartments.
kind of got that like secret hidden door kind of like behind a curtain that leads to your office and then like there's another hallway that goes upstairs, right?
Yeah. Also, there is
Okay.
a basement, but she doesn't really mention that. It's just there.
Right, but that's for like,
Secret
the
vampires.
less seemly things. It's also like it would be unfinished probably
Oh, yeah.
and
Hung on the
and
wall.
mostly for just like storing cakes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
All right.
And he's like,
After you
and
give
these chairs were very expensive. These booths were very expensive.
and Quinn will go, "See, that's exactly why I just took mine from the thrift store. Lot easier, lot
Yeah,
less hassle.
probably, but these look nicer.
I don't know. I kind of like, the flavor, the story, the environment that it builds when they're more well used.
If this was a Cerberus clone, I think the Camarilla would be rather offended that I invited them to it.
Maybe. I mean, the prince has seen Cerberus, but so I mean, went there once, like 4 years ago.
Can I ask you to do something for me? Not a favor.
Uh, sure. What?
Can you play nice tonight?
Play nice. I don't know. I'll do my best. How about that? But if the prince starts something with me, then that's not my fault.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask him to play nice. He would not like that. But I'm hoping that he will.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I mean, he's so far up his own ass. Like, he would think I was being offensive.
Perhaps. Speaking of, and then Quinn looks down at the entrance as it appears outside through the doors. Uh, you can see a limousine has pulled up.
Of course, he comes with a limousine. And she's like, "Excuse me," like, goes back down to the door,
Have at it.
grabbing one of her.
And then Skip's gonna shout after you. Good luck, kid.
Yeah, she's just gonna like reach around the bar real quick and grab one of her well placed friggin' stress balls. To go to the door.
You're just going to rip it in half with one hand. All right. So then, as things are getting, is there? So as you're heading to the front entrance to greet whoever is in this limousine, um, what is Leon doing? Are you just continuing to sit back and observe people?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, you will notice that this limousine has pulled up, and there appears to be a big hubbub about it. And Avery is very quickly and hurriedly headed over there. Um, do you want to do anything about that, or are you just content watching?
I will like go up by a window and like watch through the window,
Okay.
just like
Um.
discreetly.
All right. And what about Phoenix? What would Phoenix like to do? No,
Uh,
seeing this limousine roll up.
I don't know if Phoenix has seen the limousine roll up. I think Phoenix has been socializing.
All right. Well, you're gonna notice that all of the the ghouls and the kine and stuff also seem to have drawn their attention to this limousine that is pulled up. And some of the security team appears to be going to open the doors and stuff like that.
I guess we're just gonna watch Avery if Avery signals that she needs me.
All right. I mean, you'll catch each other's eyes as Avery is walking to the front door.
Phoenix is Avery's freaking emotional support vampire.
It would appear so. So if and then Xavier is also going to come up and with the security team and kind of join with you, Phoenix, Avery. So Avery and Xavier are gonna join up. I would assume since Storm's not quite able to join us in the call yet. Um, and you can let me know if I'm wrong, though, and we can fix things.
The Quaid twins are Avery's emotional support twins.
The emotional support twins. Everyone needs them. You should know better.
Of course.
Um, but as the limousines pulled up, a few of the security team come out, and open the doors, and you will see coming out of the limousine.
What if it's not Steel?
You know
Or
what?
Louis.
Louis will probably get a great friggin' entrance.
What if it's not him
Mhm.
either?
Who else would it be? Frickin' if it's that lady. Oh, I will be slamming the door in her face, the frickin' harpy.
Um, well, the first person out of this limousine is someone none of you have met before. He is a very large, well-built, man, um, with, short, curly black hair, nicely done up, um, nicely cut back in sort of a crew cut. Um, and he is wearing a white tuxedo, with a black bow tie, or with a black tie. Very slender, elegant, high status. You can see very faintly embroidered in his jacket are the Ventru clan symbols, and they appear to be hand stitched in. Um, and he steps out of the car, looks around, um, and then steps aside as someone you do recognize gets out of the car. Veronica, the harpy. She is wearing a very flowy and elegant white dress.
Mhm.
Her hair is done up in a beautiful bun, just layers and layers of curled up hair, and impeccable, perfect makeup. And she saunters over to you in her high heels and presents her hand for you to kiss. She just kind of like holds her hand out.
Avery, like, glancing over at Quinn for
Hmm.
a moment.
Quinn just kind of like gives you an emphatic thumbs up. Like, you got this.
Just to the side of her
Um,
face.
I feel like Xavier would like kind of come in and save you and like grab her hand and give it a kiss and say hello, kind of save you from fumbling,
Oh, she wasn't fumbling. She just really didn't want to do it.
which is all good. Um, then directly behind her, getting out of the limousine, um, this tall man, um, kind of standing to the side, the first man that came out of the car, kind of standing to the side, sort of like a bodyguard of sorts. And he's just large, well built, very muscular, and in a very nice looking suit. Um, and then stepping out of the limousine right now, you will see someone that you have not met yet.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
He's bringing the
and
freaking whole entourage.
she is an older woman, maybe mid 50s. Mid 50s. Her hair is a little bit more messy. Her makeup looks like she did it herself instead of someone else. Um, and she has on a loose, uh, flowy, floral pattern, a blouse, and has on a chin length black skirt, and she gets out uh, and um, uh, walks over towards Veronica. And Veronica will greet you after Xavier has kissed her hand and say, "Well, isn't this lovely? It's great to be here to see you
It is.
and see this bar you've opened."
It is so lovely to have you here, Veronica. I'm so glad
Hmm.
that you could make it.
As Harpy of the Court, it is my pleasure to announce the members who will be joining you this evening.
Yeah.
Um, She turns around just as the other woman walks up next to her, and she says, "This is Jennifer King, our keeper of Elysium, and uh, Prince Steele's seneschal." And she will reach out her hand to you to shake.
She shakes
Uh,
your hand. She's like, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Avery."
she looks a little spacey and kind of looks around at you. The pleasure is yours. Uh,
Hardly.
and kind of steps to the side. Um, and that is when you see coming uh out of the limousine, Prince Steele himself.
Mixed
Um,
emotion on Avery's face here, both relief and
mhm.
Stress.
worry.
Prince Steele is wearing a very well tailored and fit black suit. Um, um, it appears to be made out of like silk or something like that. It looks insanely expensive. And his very large, muscular frame feels like it is just waiting for him to flex the wrong way, to tear out of it.
Smashed.
I'm
Yes,
trying,
absolutely to
Braun.
smash. Mhm.
I've
Um,
been trying.
it looks like
Ryder
he's,
will be her wingman.
his hair, is, very nicely, like, gelled back and styled to one side, which is abnormal since every time that you've met Prince Steel before, he's just kind of had his hair, doing whatever, not really styled. And it appears that he may even be wearing a little bit of makeup today.
Guess to appear less
Hmm.
dead. The thought is in her
Mhm.
head.
You can see on the that he's got a black suit, black button down shirt, and then he has a red tie, with um uh the camarillas like at the bottom of it, with the camarillas symbol, the ankh of the camarilla, appears to be embroidered into the silk tie. And then there is also like a tied clip with the Ventru symbol on it. And he walks over, um, very domineering as the first person who got out of the car. He closes the car door and walks a few steps behind Prince Steele. uh, Steel, towering over,
Everyone.
Avery.
Everybody.
Yeah, everyone. He's like
Everyone.
6'6", so, um, reaches out his hand and say, "Thank you for the invitation,
uh,
Avery. It is a
absolutely.
pleasure to be here."
I am so glad that you could make it. It is such an honor to have you here. Squeezing that stress
Mhm,
ball behind her back. Trying
mhm,
to be super nice.
right.
And triggers her.
And, then Veronica will, point to the, man uh, behind Prince Steele and will say, um and this is Derek. Um, he will be joining us as uh, uh, I don't know how to say it. Accompaniment, as our tag along.
As our arm candy. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Arm candy.
Phoenix doesn't bring arm candy.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix is the arm candy.
Ain't that the
For
truth?
sure. Um. So um the four of them, uh, like kind of start walking, like, with would you like to escort them, like, lead them into? Because right now you're
Yes.
outside on the street
I
with,
would.
like 3 or 4 security guards around you.
I would escort them in, looking up
Okay.
at Quinn, and just been behave, like mouthing it.
Right. And Quinn's, already got, like, some sort of drink in their hand. It's in a copper mug, so it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe a Moscow Mule, and he just kind of, like, tips it to you. As you walk through the front door, um, the others will, kind of stay behind, and then Veronica, will step up. She'll clear her voice a little bit,
Oh my
uh,
god.
and then she will say, "It is my pleasure to announce Prince Clint Steele
Clint.
of the gang."
Clint?
Clint.
He's allowed
Uh,
to have it. You know what? His name can be Clint. He's so hot. It doesn't matter.
uh, Prince of Omaha. And then he will proceed in. Um, and I would also like to announce Harpy and Keeper of Elysium and Seneschal to the Prince.
I don't know what seneschal is. I was gonna act like I knew what it was.
Jennifer King, and then she enters. Um, and then Jennifer will walk in. And then Veronica will say, "Now let's have a pleasant evening tonight."
Yeah.
And she'll walk in.
Right. I'm now going to convince a bunch of humans that there's a country called Omaha somewhere out there. And that's what he's the prince of.
Mhm.
Oh no, there's I think the humans that are there, they're kind of all ghouls,
I would
Mhm.
hope so. But who knows? It's a bar and it's open. So
and the other ones that are there are basically, what's the other word that's not ghoul? Um, they belong
I'm pretty
to
sure
Quinn's herd, so they
I'm pretty
probably
sure
are also
everyone
aware.
I'm pretty sure everyone that you said, but pretty much everyone here tonight should be, like,
kindred only.
ghouled or,
Yeah.
a part of the world of darkness, right?
Yes.
Yes, there are no
Because if they're not,
unsuspecting
then
humans.
you're gonna have some explaining to do later tonight
There's
when
no
everything's said and
there
done.
are no non aware humans.
Okay.
Maybe a few
Everyone
ghosts.
here has been elucidated, is what you're telling me. Alright, fantastic. Love to hear it. Uh,
And
so,
also, Cypher and Esme are more than happy to come, or are more than welcome to come join us as long as they don't talk to Steel.
Esme is going to decline that invitation. However, I am fairly certain that if you looked at all, you probably wouldn't need to look very hard. You could probably find uh, um,
Cypher.
Cipher. There you go. Thank you. Brain shut down. You could probably find Cipher very easily sitting somewhere, eating or drinking something, despite
She
being a vampire.
she did insist that he take a shower before coming down, though.
I mean, whether he listened or not is
Yep.
kind of up in the air, but all right. So as you get in, the house music starts going up a bit. Everyone kind of like starts going around and mingling. Um, is there anything anyone would like to do right now?
Actually, yes. Avery. Of
Hmm.
course, we discussed. this a little well in our role play, but you've read it
Right.
about blood wine being a thing. At least,
Yes.
Avery's gonna
Absolutely.
go get a bottle of the sanguine Merlot, I believe it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, patron.
Mhm.
Yes, it was the Sanguine Merlot that he liked.
And
Mhm.
2 glasses,
All right.
and she's gonna offer one to steal.
All right. Well, Steele is obviously going to make a direct line with his whole, group of 4 people. Is going to make a line up to one of the booths. Um,
Oh, she would be offering
him,
everyone else some too, but like specifically at this moment, she is offering it to steal
right,
personally.
right. Well, Prince Steele, Jennifer, and Veronica are each going to take a seat at the same booth. This Derek person is going to be appears to be sort of bodyguarding them as he's just standing next to the booth, keeping an eye out.
Okay, yeah, just go up.
And as you approach with a bottle of Merlot and 2 glasses,
Yeah.
uh, uh, Prince Steele is going to kind of lean back and get a smile on his face. Well, someone's been telling you some secrets, haven't they?
Not as much as you think. When I understood when I was told that blood wine was a thing, I may have asked what it was that you guys drank that night. That she came up to see you. That's all.
Well, I appreciate it. Very much.
And she's
Um,
gonna pour him a glass and herself one.
all right. Okay. Um,
Phoenix ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole, that whole conversation.
what about Leon? The moment that the Camarilla show up, it appears that like Wolfie, Leon is going to notice that Sophia, they sort of like walk behind a server, like an employee who's just kind of like walking around, uh, and or just someone who's walking around, and it's just going to kind of disappear.
Weird.
No, it's not.
But the Nosferatu are pretty well known for being able to like be invisible and stuff. So that's you know unusual for you, but not unusual for vampires.
Yeah. Leon would probably stay in their corner
Okay.
and continue watching.
Okay.
That's pretty much it so far.
Okay.
Leon, the actual guard dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will rip anyone's head off.
Well, we are aware.
We've seen it.
We have seen it.
It has happened. Um. So, about 20 minutes or so after that, are so Phoenix is like you're still just making sure everything's all set up. Alice's band has set up and is getting like tuned in and doing sound check and everything like that. About ready to start their performance. Is there anything else you want to do real fast?
Uh,
Maybe like before the performance, go say hi to the prince or something.
yes, Phoenix. Phoenix is because Avery is like around Steel. Phoenix made that promise to Avery that she would kind of be nearby within danger signaling distance unless she was doing her opening act. Um
Right.
to come in and save the day. But Phoenix also has points of etiquette, would not introduce and be polite and
All right.
Also, Phoenix like intentionally out
All right.
in all of her outfits, so she just
Then,
look
you
at me.
know, when Phoenix shows up, Prince Steel is going to raise his glass of blood wine towards you and say, I was wondering when you were going to show up.
I had things to take care of.
It is
Good
quite a
evening.
pleasure to see you here, though.
It's a pleasure to see you. That suit looks fantastic on you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It is one of my more favorite ones. Um, now, um, a little a little birdie has told me that you have a bit of a surprise planned for us this evening, Miss Quinn. I am, or Miss Quaid. I am very eagerly awaiting to see it. I hope you won't be keeping me waiting for too long.
I would hate to disappoint you.
Avery trying not to
Mm.
down her wine.
Oh yeah, Phoenix is all charm right now. Like it's all
Hmm.
turned on. Like
Hmm. All right. Um, it's about this time that another nice looking car will roll up, and out of it is Louis,
Gonna have
just
to make a choice
who
tonight, Phoenix.
uh-huh,
I know it's gonna be really hard. I don't think I can do
um
it.
as he steps inside in his like slender frame, you can see his long blonde hair has been pulled back into a sort of half bun. Um very classy and elegant, tied with a little piece of crimson red silk ribbon. He is wearing a black velvet vest or suit vest um, with red accents um, and silver buttons. Um, and he walks in and makes his way up to the VIP area, and then sits down with all of you at the table.
Avery would be. Oh yeah. I would just. Uh. Yep. Oh.
Mhm.
Like, oh Louie, I am so glad that you can make it.
Yes, it is quite a pleasure to be here.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you for inviting me.
I'm sorry I couldn't invite you myself, but I'm glad that that Phoenix was able to.
An invitation was extended. That is all that it matters. Whom gave it to me is irrelevant. Besides, I couldn't have asked for a more lovely person to invite me. Gives you a bit of a smile.
Avery trying to hide any type of like.
Phoenix is gonna smile back and go, Louis, tu es fantastique.
And I'm sure you guys will exchange. I don't know how to speak French, but like exchange like words of affirmation towards each other in French
Oh
for a
yeah, no,
little
she totally
while,
me looks great.
making everyone else a little bit awkward. And then Steele's going to go. "Ah, we're done talking frou frou over here."
Avery is just gonna like quirk an eyebrow and just kind of like lift her glass to him a little like in agreement.
Hmm.
First thing they ever
And
talk.
then Louis is going to say, "Oh, it is. I'm sorry, my prince. I forget myself sometimes. Please do excuse me." And then Steele is going to go. I always like teasing you. It's alright, though. Have a seat. Let's wait for the show to start. Um, so they're just gonna, like, hang out here, and then you guys will hear from from the stage, um, some music start being played, instruments being tuned up and everything like that. Some bass lines start going through and, like, vibrating everything around here.
When it's a couple minutes
You're
before I have to go, like Phoenix has to get on stage, she'll politely excuse
Mhm,
herself.
okay. It's at this time, Ryder, you
Yeah,
found
that's
a
me.
nice you have found a nice alleyway to park your bus in, about 2 blocks away. It shouldn't be, disturbed this late at night. It's
Just a
kind of
whole
tucked
ass tour
away.
bus in an alley.
Yeah, why not? I get to
Why
say
not?
what happens. And you
I love
walk
it.
your way to this bar, um, it appears to be having its opening night, as you hear a raucous, like, bass line just start vibrating, and resonating through the walls outside as you walk around the outside.
Yeah, so he's gonna find a way to get in.
The front door is unlocked.
Mhm. I mean,
There's
there's
no.
there's,
Is
like,
there a bouncer?
there are 2 bouncers in front of the in front of the front door, and they are, like, tall, like, 8-foot tall, like, kind of arched wooden doors that look sort of medieval in a way, and there's, like, lighted sconces next to them that sort of illuminate the, area outside.
Avery's dramatic.
Mhm.
Hmm.
There's two guards outside. It appears that there's also, like, a couple of other people, like, parked down the street, taking up, like 4 parking spots, is a limo. There's another, like, really nice fancy car that's, like, parked right behind the limo. And there's, like, some drivers outside the limo, like, having a smoke, like, kind of chatting up.
Uh, how am I about to do this? Because I
I don't
certainly can't
know.
fight the bouncers. I can't do it. I will
Yeah.
die. I will die.
Will you? I mean,
Probably.
you're pretty charismatic. You could just tell them you're supposed to
That's what I
be
was
there,
thinking.
and then
What a way
Yeah,
to say
he's
that.
just
they
he's
could
just
just
gonna
believe you.
yeah, he's just gonna go up to him, I guess, and just hey, sorry, I'm with the band. Can I just go on in?
Alright, neat. So what we're gonna need to do, first dice rolls of the season.
Hell yeah.
Um, you're going to have to give me, are you on roll 20 right now? Are
I
you
am.
able to? Okay. So, what you're gonna do
Got my dice bag
is,
for nothing.
no, unfortunately, roll 20's got dice for us. So you're going to click, the skill Persuasion, and it is gonna bring up a menu for you.
Persuasion. Where the hell are? There we are.
Yep.
Okay.
The second attribute you are going to use is Charisma.
Okay. And then just submit.
Um, yep. And the
Uh,
difficulty for this is going to be 2.
So it says extra dice.
none.
You will have
Next.
0. Actually, you are not. Yeah, it'll be 0 because you are not trying to seduce them,
Okay.
I
which
mean,
is
if
your
you want
specialty.
to.
Nah. Not now.
So extra dice will be 0, and then
Okay.
you hit submit and roll. Or and that'll bring.
Difficulty 2.
Yep, difficulty 2,
Yeah.
and then you roll.
Yeah, so I did the thing.
You did. It looks like you, and you should be at hunger 1, which I can take care of for you.
I already did it. I
Okay.
just did it. Yeah.
All right. There you go. So it looks like you got 2 successes out of the 2 that you need.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
cool.
the guards are
That.
gonna the bouncers are gonna kind of look at each other for a little bit, and they just kind of shrug uh and kind of see that you're dressed for the part, and just kind of like, all right, and walk in and let you walk in.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna just like pat one of them on the shoulder as he goes in.
Okay, and then that.
And absolutely, he's gonna keep to like the wall and just kind of observe.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
think Avery would actually notice at this moment. She's currently trying not to
No.
like hold herself
However,
together.
Leon, you immediately notice this stranger walk in to the bar. It's a little hard to tell at first, but if you want, you could try to figure out if he is a human or a vampire, or if he's something else, or if there's something else wrong about him, if you'd like, or you can
Yeah.
just quietly observe him.
I'd like to do the first one.
Okay. So, if I pull up your character sheet real fast, I don't think you have the ability to just sense beast. Maybe. It's gonna take a second to load. All right, here we go. Right. You don't have the sense the beast power. So, it'll have to be you'll have to just observe him for a little while. So you can just make me a wits awareness. So just to remind you, you'll click on the your awareness on the far right hand side of the character sheet, the skill, and then you'll pull up the attribute of wits in this other menu. And then you'll have 0 dice, I believe. I don't think you have a specialty.
In difficulty?
The difficulty is going to be 3.
Oh no! Oh no! Please
And
spend some
you get
willpower.
and then you get a bestial failure. Would you
Oh
like
no.
to spend willpower to re-roll, or do you want the beast to just take the reins and go with it?
I'm going to spend some willpower.
Might be a good call.
Don't
All
ruin this
right.
night for me.
So
I will
take
promise
point.
not to.
Take a point of superficial willpower.
It's the
So
slash,
yep,
right?
yep, just the slash.
Okay.
And then at the top left-hand corner, you see the little dice symbol. Just click it. And then you can name the roll re-roll or whatever. You can leave it blank. It doesn't need to have anything specific. And then just roll 3 dice because you had 3 non-hunger blank dice. Which, if
Where
everyone isn't at 1
was
hunger, everyone should be at 1 hunger. And then, yeah, just re-roll.
difficulty?
Difficulty is still 3. All right. You got 1 success. Which means that the check is still a failure overall. But
Still better than me running over and punching someone.
I think because you failed the test overall,
Is it still a bestial failure?
yes. I believe it still is. When you a failed roll which contains the fang marks leads to failing the task with additional consequences from the beast. So because the check was not a success, and because you got bestial failure, your beast is still going to come out unless you want to spend more willpower and try to like force it down.
Yes, I will do that because I do not want to ruin this.
Okay.
Peace.
So you can still re-roll another 3 dice because you got 1 success and your 1 blood die was the bestial failure. So you can still re-roll 3 dice. So take another superficial and just
Yeah.
repeat the process that we did before.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Come on.
So with that re-roll granted you 0 additional successes,
Just
which means you are still at a total of 1 success needed for 3 out of 3.
just take the L.
Fine.
Well, this is a great way for the night to roll off.
No.
I'm so sorry.
So you see this strange man walk into the bar. You know how important this night is to Avery. And you know how many big, important kindred are here tonight. And you just see this random ass dude walk in off the street that shouldn't have been able to come in. And something inside of you, uh, some sort of predatory instinct, the beast in the back of your minds is telling you, this is an enemy.
I'm so sorry, Ryder.
They're up to no good. Uh-huh. They're up to no good. You have to deal with this. So you are going to be under a compulsion from your beast. Yep. Let me double check
That worries me.
Yeah,
my
me
stuff.
too.
That is page 73. Looking up all my books. So, for the rest of this scene, your fangs are going to be fully protruded out. And do do do. And you are going to be so I'm going to give you the compulsion that like you need to your beast is telling you that you need to deal with this guy. He is a problem. And something is wrong about him and you need to get him out of here. And your eyes are going to take on a more like cat-like, more bestial look to them. And your fangs are going to fully extend. And maybe your fingernails will kind of grow out and sharpen a little bit, almost like you had your beast claws on, but not quite. Does that seem fair?
Yeah.
And and you will take a -2 to the dice pool of any social, like friendly social interactions that you're going to have with people until Ryder is dealt with.
Oh no. That makes me worried.
Well,
Cause like, I don't know what to do.
What your piece of pussy.
probably run up to him and confront him.
All right. So, Ryder, you take a couple steps in, look around. This is a pretty nice upscale bar for a small Nebraska town. This is a very nice place. It's got a full service bar. It looks like there's a balcony with like a lounge up there. There's a full dance pit with a stage with like huge stacks of speakers, uh, and full lights and everything. And it appears that a band is setting up to like play a set. The area downstairs is rather sparse for an opening night. You'd expect a lot more people here, but there's like almost nobody. And then
Xavier.
you notice them. This incredibly upset looking person. They're wearing they have actually Wolfie, why don't you describe Leon for us?
Short, scruffy hair, like it's like a mop of hair, but it's above the ears. Obviously a couple piercings. Very pale. Pretty short. Has like a black top on with like fishnets and some, I believe, jeans.
All right.
Also, Xavier wants to know if he notices this. I'd assume that he's
Uh,
stay down.
Yes, you're probably taking a perch out to kind of keep an eye over everything, and you will notice that this person has walked in uh, uh, that you are unsure if they're supposed to be here or not. And then you see Leon just make a beeline straight for them. And you can see like Leon's claws have started to come out and they've got that ferocious like predator face on. Which you have seen Leon, like anytime that they get slightly upset, they get this like very solid predatorial face on. And Ryder, you were also going to notice this small feral looking person running at you or walking very quickly towards you. So and then Xavier is going to call over comms to talk to Bucky. Bucky is currently keeping an eye out. Probably more of a like bird's eye kind of on the opposite side of the lounge, and is going to say that they've got their eyes on Leon and the person that just walked in, the unidentified person.
Well, this is turning into a shit show real quick.
I mean, that's just kind of how it is.
Well,
Sorry, this is a very tense stage for us.
It's okay.
Again,
Okay.
so sorry.
No, I party crashed. Fuck it. Let's go.
So
Let's go.
what is Ryder going to do seeing this very small, very angry looking person quickly approaching them?
He's probably gonna put his hand up and just, all right, Walmart Wolverine, you need to chill. And he's just like putting his hands up as like chill, like like a in like a diffusing sort of way, just kind of like, I ain't got nothing. You're good. Everything's fine.
All right.
I'll go back.
I mean, the Walmart Wolverine part probably wasn't needed, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then Avery, Xavier kind of quickly like puts his hand up to his earpiece and then quickly excuses himself and kind of rushes away downstairs quickly.
I will try to see if I can see what's going on.
From where you are at the booth that you're at with the prince and the prince is like, inner circle, you won't be able to see what's going on downstairs. You'd have to get up.
Xavier's going to send a text to Avery as he's walking away.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, I wouldn't be yelling. I would be
Mhm.
very quiet, not to draw attention to this.
Okay. So yeah.
Mostly because Leon knows that there's, well, bosses in the
Okay.
building.
Bosses.
Right. Yeah.
Boss battle bosses.
Uh-huh.
Avery will check her phone though, and
Mhm.
you just put it away, and her smile gets
All right.
a little bit more
So-
strained.
How is Leon going to respond to this person attempting to defuse the situation? I feel
They're
like
going-
the beast in the back of your head, your beast is going to be like, this guy needs to get the fuck out of here.
Leon's like going to try not to lash out. Say,
Alright.
I do not know you. I do not think you're supposed to be here. You were not on the guest list that I saw. Still trying to be polite.
All right.
Obviously very angry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I get you're protective, but they let me in, so.
It's not that hard to talk to people.
I beg to differ.
I mean, I've met quite a few people in my time, and a lot of them are terrible at talking.
Yeah, words are hard. Still, you probably should leave. I don't think you're supposed to be here.
All right. Well, excuse my inquiry, but under what authority?
I could go get the owner. Or I could just remove you myself.
Yep. And at this point, Xavier walks up, and you'll see Xavier, who's about your height, medium build. He'll say, what's going on, Leon?
Well, I saw this person come in, and I don't think they're supposed to be here, and I'm trying not to kill them. I don't know why. I'm not usually like this, meeting new people.
I tend to have that effect on people.
And then Xavier will say, who are you?
Well, so my name's Ryder. I was just walking by. They let me in. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Just curiosity, I guess, is trying to kill the cat.
Xavier, I'm going to
refrain from using that. Refrain from using that saying, please.
All right.
Xavier, I'm going to roll a quick wits awareness for you.
Oh my.
And Xavier, you are going to notice the subtle fangs and the normal kindred demeanor about this person. Whoever this writer person is, they are absolutely a vampire. And I think at this point, Leon has also picked up on this fact that this writer person is in fact kindred.
I'm assuming
Um,
Leon doesn't relax after learning that, knowing how their kindred can be.
right. I think with your beast, you're probably even a little bit more on edge. Like, oh, this is a vampire. I need to like, I might need to just like get the claws out and rip this guy to pieces. And then Xavier's going to say, well, they are one of us, so technically they are allowed here tonight.
I can't help that this is how I feel.
Random auto noises in the background.
Mhm. That's what happens when you just got a bunch of kids. Um, and then Xavier will continue saying, "It is kindred night after all." At that, I feel like Leon's kind of like, still a little like upset, like you kind of want to punch something or rip something in half. Uh, but it's less focused at Ryder in particular. It's like it's definitely like spooky having like this strange vampire just roll into the club out of nowhere, but they're technically allowed to be here, so
Yeah. As long as you don't cause trouble, I won't be forced to rip your head off.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound smart, but the only one causing trouble in this situation is not me.
At this moment, not you.
Listen, I just walked in the door and you came flying at me like a bat out of hell. So,
you do feel like even though this person has a very small, slender frame, that they are 100% serious with saying that they would rip your head off.
oh, he's not doubting it for 1 second. He's just stating facts.
Mm-hmm. It's at this time that Xavier's gonna hand Leon one of the like apparent bag of just like stress balls that are hanging out here today.
Oh, Avery 100% did a bulk order of like 120 stress balls and hid them around the bar.
She
I-
would rather destroy a stress ball than, try to destroy somebody else and then get destroyed herself. So
Right.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look at Xavier like he's stupid and then hold out my hands and show him the claws.
Mm-hmm.
And then would just say, I would feel really bad for destroying one of Avery's stress things.
as if she hasn't just destroyed one herself.
Uh-huh. I'm pretty certain that Xavier's just gonna like keep it in your hand and be like, "We've got plenty more."
Okay.
So
I will try and return it later if it's not shredded. And then Leon will like stalk back to their corner.
all right. It's at this time that the band starts ramping up. Alice takes center stage. And the band like starts doing a little like introductory song.
I think I was
And
supposed to
then
open for the band.
right, and then the music goes loud. The lights drop. It's like a drum roll to bring you in to introduce you.
Ooh.
The lights drop, and then the center stage light turns on with just Phoenix in the center.
Sweet.
And we are going to take a quick break.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to uh, season 2, episode 1 of Heartland by Night.
Yay!
Um, we last left off where uh, Phoenix was center stage.
Yeah.
The light shining directly on them. The rest of the stage and everything else behind her black. Can you describe your attire at the moment?
Yes. Phoenix has long, like fishnets on down her arms. A black, very short crop top. Tight black jeans that are very like artfully undone in the right places.
All right. I can dig that.
Yeah. You can see a lot, but it also leaves plenty to the imagination.
All right. And so you are starting all of the theatrics and events off for tonight.
Yep.
So what is your opening song
Uh
that you are dancing to?
I believe for Kindred Night I was doing Here Come the Runts by AWOL Nation.
All right. So that starts playing. It it is quiet at first on the overhead as you sort of like have striked a pose, and then as it starts growing louder, you start doing your dance number with it.
Yes.
Um, would you like to give me a dice roll for how well you do? I would
Yes.
take performance charisma.
Okay.
And since you have a specialty in dance, you do get 1 extra die to that pool.
And did we agree, is this considered a social?
Yes, you will also get your
I get
merit.
3 extra dice.
Yes, you will also get your your stunning merit where you get the 2 extra dice to the pool as well.
What is the
That is a
difficulty to
lot
impress my
of
crowd?
dice. The difficulty to impress this crowd, well, you see, Steel is quite the hard ass, and
Yes.
doesn't really appreciate
The arts.
dance and music and the arts as much as you do. So I think a reasonable difficulty is 3.
Okay. Also, I would have roused the blood. I should have said that.
Go for it.
Okay.
Make a rouse check for me.
Okay. Let me wow.
And that will add an additional 2 dice to your pool.
That's
All right,
fine.
so you are at
Okay,
hunger
so
2.
that's fine. I can eat later.
You have an immense pool of dice to
So now I
behind
can
the
add
crowd.
5 extra dice.
Yes. On top of your
You said
yes, because you
difficult.
you will have 6 dice base for performance, and then with rousing your merit and your specialty, that is an additional 5 dice on top of that 6. So you have a pool of 11 dice.
Difficulty
You
3.
think you can get a 3 with 11 dice?
I am hoping so.
Watch them all be like.
You're just like
Oh, I'll
putting
sacrifice
Don't
all
forget
all
your
you
of my.
can
eggs
just
in the
like
I will
basket.
you
take
can just take
aggravated
half,
damage and
Yeah, you
willpower for
could
this
just
tonight.
take half.
which would be
You
5.
can just take half for
I
5.
can, but I will sacrifice all of my willpower, and I don't want to just impress. I want to amaze. So
All right.
okay.
So roll those
Oh god.
11 dice and let's see what happens.
Should have taken half.
All right, I'm taking a willpower.
So that is 3 out of 3 successes
I'm taking a willpower.
She wants to impress.
for reroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many dice can I reroll with
11,
that?
11 dice, and you still only got 3 successes. That's
know.
You can reroll three of the non-blood dice that
Mhm.
failed.
Oh yeah, 'cause
Indeed.
you could get a crit here.
That's still a pool of 7 dice. You could very easily get a crit. You do have one crit showing. So as long
Do I
as you get
have
that
a?
second crit,
What's the difficulty now? It's a
3.
0, right?
it's
Because it's a
still
reroll.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a reroll. So
Yeah, there's no difficulty.
Mhm.
Okay, 4.
You add one more success, so you're at 4.
Okay.
You
I'm gonna
think just
willpower
that?
guess.
Oh, willpower. You got to make a very good first impression, don't you?
I have to.
You've got this strange new vampire here tonight. You've got, you know, these other vampire that are very important. The other kindred from the Camarilla that are very important to the prince.
5.
That's another success. So you're at
5.
5 at this point.
Could have just
Yep.
taken half.
I could have.
You could have, but you spent 2 willpower to get half. Admittedly, you could have also gotten like 13 successes and blown everyone out of the water.
This is
I
true.
know. I'm about to sacrifice another willpower because I'm crit fishing at this point.
I'm never gonna say no
I'm
to
never
players
gonna say
doubling down and gambling.
I did.
Look, if
I
you've got a
did say.
gambling addiction, I'm the wrong DM for you.
I did say I'm willing to take it all the way to aggravate. So
All right, please make that.
That's the most
Sanity,
Tremere
it's like
thing you could have
70.
said.
all 3 successes. You know what? I don't care anymore. That works for me. That's
That is
3,
8
5.
total successes.
Yes. I think that's enough to impress.
That is a incredible success. You find it hard to get started. You are incredibly nervous. You've been preparing for this for a long time.
3
You
months.
you miss a couple steps like within the first 10 seconds, but then you pull yourself together, you rouse the blood and you focus, and then it just sort of becomes second nature to you because you've practiced so much and you just fucking rock it. You hit each of your steps and in the dance perfectly. You are in sync with the music. And then at the finish with your dramatic pose, and then the lights just cut out. Just applause, just roaring. You can even hear Skip just shouting at the top of his lungs, "Yeah!"
Love Skip.
I love you so much. Undead is so great.
Mm-hmm. And you can see Quinn in the dance pit below you, just like fingers in his mouth, just whistling as loud as he can, catcalling you. And then you will exit stage, and then the rest of the lights come on, and Alice's band, the Wild Roses, begins playing. They start out with a few covers of some like very popular classic rock songs. Um, and Alice is a very magnetic, very beautiful presenter. She is like throwing a very strong and incredible voice out. It's almost hypnotizing. What would everyone like to do while this band, while the Wild Roses plays part of their set, waiting for Phoenix's next dance number in the middle?
Leon is still sulking in the corner.
All right.
Avery is going to excuse herself.
Mm-hmm.
Politely. She's
Mm-hmm.
needs a breather from Steel.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna go find Ryder.
All right. Ryder is where?
Oh, he's just vibing.
In the dance pit or around the periphery?
He'd be around like the perimeter of the room, just kind of keeping probably close to the door because he's just like, I came in here and somebody tried to kill me already. I'm not taking that chance again. If it happens again, I'm leaving.
Would you like to order a drink? There is blood wine available for those who want it.
And if you need a drink, we also have that available.
Right, and then there are also humans who are more than willing to offer up an arm or a neck
No,
for a quick
he's
taste if you are hungry.
he likes his feeding time to be a very specific
Right.
thing. So
Event.
I see.
yeah, it's an
All
event.
right. I see. Like to make an event out of feeding.
Yeah.
Very, very, very you with all this theatrics, you know, being a performer. But standing along the periphery of the dance floor, you are going to see Ryder. You want to describe Ryder for everyone real fast?
So
I don't remember if we did that. So
I'll be back.
we did not. So he's about 6'1", 6'2" on a good day. Shaggy dark hair, you know, probably comes to about his ears. Curly, not like super curly, more like wavy. Kind of slim built, but broad shouldered. Looks like he could probably throw a bale of hay, you know, if he needed to. Yeah, handsome, like obnoxiously, like in that weird vein of just like he's kind of ugly but also hot. You know what I mean?
like that rugged, handsome look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And but like stupidly so, where it's just like if this man told me to jump in front of a car, I'd probably do it. You know?
Yeah, I get that. So, Zumi, why don't you describe Avery for everyone?
Okay.
As you walk up to Ryder.
Avery is 5 foot. She's much shorter than you are. Still taller than Leon though. She's got short purple hair, like shorter than mine. Like I mean, like short. Side shaved, like mine. She's not thin, but you know what I mean. Like she's
curvaceous.
She's well built. She's got thighs that could kill you.
A voluptuous woman.
Yeah.
Thighs that could kill God.
Smash. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you know, it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, I mean, I shared her outfit in the
right, but you can describe it for people who can't see our chat. Mm-hmm.
The bits that need to be covered are covered, but most everything else is not.
All right.
I did kind of bring it up for the chat earlier, but yeah. You can see she's got a few tattoos. She's got a like a Medusa tattoo on her arm. She's got an owl on her thigh, like an owl made from like flowers on her thigh, and then on her side are a couple of fish just kind of swimming around each other. Cause she's a Pisces.
I should probably also say Ryder has tattoos as well. I did forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got like a throat piece and like, yeah.
All right.
And piercing. She's got piercing on her face.
So Ryder, you'll notice this other person approach you as you kind of hanging out watching the band. They seem to have like a little a tail of a like security guard behind them. They look a little important.
I'm important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Avery's just gonna go up and be like, I don't think I recognize you.
Are you here to rip my head off too?
If I was going to try to rip anyone's head off, and she kind of lowers her voice and like leans in. She's like, "It would not be yours."
And he'll just give a look, just like, "Ma'am, did you just admit you want to murder somebody?"
You don't know the history between her and Steel.
Yeah. But you do recognize almost immediately that this is another kindred vampire.
Both of us, I'm assuming.
Yep, and you both kind of recognize, respect game for game, that you're each vampires.
And she's like, my name's Avery. Welcome to my bar. Welcome to Fantasia.
Ah. So you're the one that the real tiny one got upset over. Got it.
Well, yeah, Leon is a bit territorial.
Really? You don't say.
I would say they're harmless, but I've seen her rip people's heads off. So rip people's heads off. So stay on the good side, I suppose.
I mean, I didn't have a chance to introduce myself to any side before they came flying at me. So,
well, now's your chance. What is your name, cowboy?
well, I am Ryder, and I was just walking by. They let me in. Here we are.
Well, as long as you're not here to cause issues and you're not part of the Sabbat, then you're more than welcome to stay.
If I was going to cause issues, you wouldn't know I was here.
I'm sure. Refreshments are upstairs. We do have blood wine. Also, other refreshments. If you want it.
Appreciate the offer, but I'll procure my own later.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. Maybe after all of this is over, you can stay by and meet the rest of my coterie. We would be very interested in getting to know you.
Listen, if you're inviting me to some kind of orgy, like, you can just say it.
No, you see, you just happen to be in our domain. So, new vamp in town, kindred in town, then we would really like to make sure that you're not here to cause issues. Because if you cause issues, then we have issues with other people.
Well, excuse me being so forward, and you might think this is smartassery, but I've been here for over a week now, and this is the first time you've ever seen me.
It's true, but
so
now we've seen you, so...
I'm just saying, if you guys were that concerned about new people coming into town, you're doing a pretty shit job at it.
We've had a lot on our plates for the last 3 months.
Like what? Enlighten me.
If you stop by later, maybe we can explain it to you.
All right, so let me get this clear. Am I coming back or am I just staying?
Oh no, you can stay.
Because you gave me two different options, so I'm just trying to.
I don't know if you're going to stay the entire night, if you're going to leave. So whichever one. Either way, I would appreciate it if you were around after we closed.
Well, look at that. I still got it. And he's going to probably just slap his hands down on the nearest, like, I'm assuming he's like leaning on like a bar or something. And he's just going to slap his hand down and just kind of congratulate himself in a weird way. That he just charmed himself into, speaking to people.
Mm-hmm.
And really, Avery's just over here wanting to make sure that even though he's been in town for a while, he's not going to be causing issues later.
So, tell me, Miss Avery, why the...
Avery, please.
All right. Well, why the fancy? Mind you, he's wearing just like blue jeans, boots, like just basic street clothes.
Yeah. She's gonna glance up at the VIP area real quick and just be like, "We have some
Mhm.
big wigs visiting tonight. The
Oh, I
prince."
didn't know you had a drag show coming in. Well, that's good for you.
No, that's not tonight. But we do have the prince of this area here and the baron of just a tiny little area, of course somewhere else. And so
You'll notice, uh, looking over the balcony, that those two seem to be sharing a glass of blood wine together and talking.
She's gonna like falter as she's talking and she's like watching them. You like see her like her eye like twitch for just a second before she like turns back and she's like, so you know both the Camarilla and the Anarchs here, bigwigs, and also very high tension for me. So
Yeah, I can tell you got a vein like popping out in your forehead.
that's amazing, isn't it? Since you know there's nothing pumping through my veins.
That's what I'm thinking. You know, you must be real stressed.
Yeah. Yes. But if I don't know how long you plan on staying in this area. But as long as you're here, we would be very interested in getting to know you. Not me personally. I mean, yes, but I mean the entire coterie.
Listen, if this is a weird sex thing, I'm just saying you can be upfront about it. It's all right.
Not a
I understand.
Not a weird sex thing. I mean, there has been a few weird sex things. It's fine, but not this.
Not a weird sex thing yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
You were like, that can be on the table. You're kind of cute.
We can work on it. Don't worry about that right now, though. It's just now that you see coming from the back room, in sweatpants and a wife beater, Cypher, with a drink in one hand and a box of Cheez-Its in the other.
Excuse me, please. Make my way over to Cypher.
Yeah, no, I'm going to follow you. This seems interesting.
Hey, man, what's up? Kind of looking around. Digging the real vibes here today, man.
Do you have anything other than sweatpants to put on?
Was I supposed to? I don't know, man. That seems like a lot of work, and
Cypher.
I'm just here to kind of chill
Okay.
and vibe, man.
All right. The prince is up there. You could at least look.
Oh, he is?
A little presentable.
Maybe I should go say hi to him, man.
Maybe you should go put on a pair of like jeans, at least nice jeans, no holes, and like a shirt.
Man, I don't know if I own any jeans or not.
I'm pretty sure we bought you clothes, Cypher.
Did you? I don't remember.
I like how Cypher's taking on like a
And
southern
he
accent.
just like takes a drink out of his cup. You can see that it's very clearly not like blood or anything. It's like some sort of like gin and tonic or something. And he just takes a drink of it, transfers it into one hand so that he's holding his bag of his box of Cheez-Its, and the drink in one hand, and then just kind of reaches in and then gets a handful of cheese crackers and just takes a big bite out of them, like spilling crumbs and everything all over the floor.
I'm gonna assign you
says,
to someone to follow you around and clean up after you, and she's gonna like kind of like look over to see who's nearby.
There's sort of like a server who it was just kind of you know, watching the band at the moment and then sees you and walks over.
Listen,
What can I do for you, ma'am?
I have a very strange request for you. Could you follow Cypher, this gentleman, right here around and just kind of clean up after him? He's like a big baby. No offense, Cypher.
She gets a little bit of a confused look on her face and kind of looks him up and down. Oh, okay. Oh man, thanks. I really appreciate it. I do kind of make a mess around here, huh?
Cypher,
Or just like cheese dust and crumbs just falling out of his hand as he just like takes another bite and then like washes it down with a big gulp of his gin and tonic.
just
Ryder, you can tell this dude is 100% a vampire. And he is eating food. Which is not something you have ever seen before. The last time you tried to eat food, you just vomited up blood.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it
not going to
tasted like
ask
ash.
questions. I'm not going to ask questions to questions I don't want the answer to.
it could be a simple answer, I promise. Okay, Cypher, I love that you're down here and I'm loving that you're enjoying yourself. But please stay away from the prince.
I can just man, I can go hang out at the dance floor or whatever if you want.
Yes.
I don't know, man. It's whatever.
You can hang out on the dance floor.
Cool, man. Cool.
And she's just gonna slip her like $100. I'm like, if you need more, just please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. And then that's when the music cuts out again, mid-song, and the lights turn out. And everything kind of goes to a hush, like, ooh, what's happening? And then, once more, center stage, the lights show up, except for this time, they are 3 different colors, and they are highlighting Phoenix's body. There has been an outfit change. Why don't you describe for us?
This outfit change is for after all the dances. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I see. So you're still in your same outfit.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the next song on the docket?
The next song on the docket is Teeth by 5 Seconds of Summer, because that's ironic and funny. And a good song.
Would you like to make another performance check?
Yes.
Or would you like to Would you like to also rouse the blood so you get your full 11 pool? All right, make that rouse check.
Would have let Phoenix know that there are bags blood tucked away for her.
It is a failure though. So, you do get hungry. You are at hunger 3 now.
That's fine. I will have one after this performance.
All right. It could get risky.
Let's see. Charisma. And then extra dice 5. Difficulty still 3 to impress everyone.
Yep. And actually,
well, 4, 5. There you go.
I got 5
successes.
Look, it's only the first and last songs that have to be perfect for the whole thing to be perfect. As long as the other ones are impressively successful, that's fine.
Right.
That's
as everyone knows, you know, the middle of the trilogy doesn't need to be good at all. You know, we talk about like Empire Strikes Back, The Two Towers.
Okay, first of all,
just
The Two
not
Towers
good at
is
all.
my favorite one.
Absolutely my favorite as well. I think it's the best out of the 3.
Yes.
Which is why this is a joke, Sumi.
Now, don't come after my Lord of the Rings.
I would never. I love Lord of the Rings. But 5 successes is still a phenomenal performance. Halfway through the performance, you are thrown off a little bit by seeing Cypher in the middle of the dance floor, just kind of grooving it with a drink in one hand and a box of cheese crackers in the other, and he just lifts the whole box up to his face, and crackers fall onto the ground, and then he just chews a bunch of them and then swallows it down with the drink, and that kind of throws you off for a second, but then you just power on through. And then when you're done, the lights cut out again, and the Wild Roses begin playing once more. This time they go from sort of classic rock songs to more modern hard rock or kind of new metal-y songs. A bit of a genre change. So let's go back around. After this performance, what would everyone like to do? So Avery and Ryder, you guys were kind of hanging out together at the periphery of the dance floor. Do you just want to stand there and watch Phoenix's performance?
Oh yeah, totally watching Phoenix shake her thing on the stage here.
Oh yeah, he'd be watching, but after it, he'd probably lean over to Avery and just, Miss Avery. So I don't want to be imposing on anything, but I am a musician. If you ever need another act anywhere, I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I am a little picky about the music that's played here, she says, looking up, looking over his outfit.
Mm-hmm.
What in the hell is that supposed to mean?
What? You know what? I won't make any assumptions. What kind of music do you play?
Well, let me ask you a follow-up question. What kind of music do you not allow?
Country and rap.
Well, shit. There goes my rap career.
Oh, you look like you're a regular cowboy, T-Roy.
Not even Johnny Cash type.
If you can put a little rock to a Johnny Cash song, sure. I'm fairly okay with Ring of Fire.
Burn, burn, burn.
You see him just kind of
right now.
He kind of has that look of just oh. Okay.
It's not the only one that she knows, but Ring of Fire is my personal favorite Johnny Cash song. So.
Oh no, it's a great fucking song. Don't get me wrong. Huge Johnny Cash fan. But he's just well.
As long as you don't do it like Adam Lambert did on...
Oh god, no.
I don't even have to finish it. You
God,
know
no.
What I mean. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
The voice.
How's it going?
What is Phoenix going to be doing?
Phoenix is gonna very quickly down a Kindred Capri Sun.
AKA a bag of blood.
Mm-hmm. And then she's gonna, she's gonna socialize. She promised Avery. She made promises, man. If she's got some time in between this and her next, she's gonna go and socialize.
All right.
She's got promises to keep.
Yeah, you got about a half hour or so before your last song is supposed to go on.
And she's staying true to her word. She's keeping her promises. She's socializing.
Who are you gonna go socialize with?
She's bouncing around. She's got a half an hour.
Okay.
She will obviously start with the guest of honor, Steele.
All right. When you show up, Steele, it appears like most of the people have gone away. Veronica, let let me get my notes up. Yep. Veronica and Jennifer are off in a corner conversing with a couple with Skip. You haven't seen Sophia yet. In fact, you remember seeing Sophia come in, but no one has seen them since.
Makes sense,
Which, you know,
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu, you can assume that they're around.
I can assume Monroe is around too.
Uh-huh. Monroe is undoubtedly here.
I'm assuming he was probably there before anyone else was. And kind of
Yeah, he's been here since before the bar opened.
Monroe is the sheriff of the Heartland.
Fun fact: unless he has the ability to fuck cameras, the camera system definitely saw him enter at some point.
Oh yeah. Chloe has been tasked with keeping an eye on cameras.
Who knows? Yeah, and Chloe's definitely keeping an eye on the cameras. You will see that Lewis and Steele are kind of like back at a booth drinking with their with Steele's apparent bodyguard, Derek, behind them. Would you like to approach them?
Yep, I promised I'd keep everybody happy and socialized.
Nice.
So, yeah.
They each raise their glass of blood wine towards you as you approach, and Louis is going to say, what a spectacular performance. It's quite lovely seeing you in your element. I knew you were a scholar, but an artist as well? Spectacular.
Well, people need to be well-rounded. Especially with my particular studies.
And then Steele will say, I'm not one for dance and stuff like that, but I will say that was quite inspiring.
Such high praise from both of you. Thank you.
I know some French that you could go with right now.
Oh, I listen. They're about to learn the down under method of French.
A down under method. Right. I mean, Lewis is supposed to have a sort of like French accent, but I don't know. I need to practice it more. That's for certain. I've got a lot going on right now, so accents are kind of and voices are not really in my head at the moment.
Not important at the moment.
Yeah. So,
yeah, you definitely want to adjust my audio because not good mic.
Yeah, you're turned down.
Here, I can turn you up a little bit on my end as well. All right. So after a little while,
I artfully disappeared before,
Yeah. What does Leon want to be doing? Are you still just kind of skulking around? Like you're kind of people watching, right?
Mostly to make sure no one's causing any trouble.
Okay.
Obviously, the stress toy is destroyed in my hands.
Yep, for
Maybe
sure.
with a few teeth marks.
Doesn't taste good either.
It didn't taste good as a human.
Mayor's gonna say, I don't think you're supposed to be chewing on that. I think it's for your hand.
Does the cat who chews on cardboard?
Look, it's whatever. It's a foam ball.
Yeah, it's fun to bite.
Alright, well, you're gonna have to get me one of those.
That's
They
the
look
name of this
fun.
coterie. It's fun to bite.
It's fun to
Yep.
bite. I was a bite club.
Fun to bite.
Fight Club.
Yes, I will happily
The
get
bite
you one the
club.
next time I am at the store.
I would
Or I
ask
can just
Avery.
steal another one from Avery.
Oh, she wouldn't care.
I don't think she'd mind, would she?
Probably not. I will go find you one.
Yay.
Xavier probably has 4 in his pocket.
Yeah. You can just walk, you'll just walk up towards Xavier, and then he'll just instinctually just hold one out.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'll
the new
swap you
one
for
out.
I'll swap you for the foam pile.
This just chewed up pile of foam.
The trash is over there.
You sure Avery won't want this back?
Yes, I am positive.
You'll see Avery talking to the new person that you met, that I believe you heard the name of was Ryder. You'll also have noticed that Cypher has crawled out of whatever hole he lives in, and started poorly dancing on the dance floor with just about anyone. Anyone that comes near him, he'll start kind of shimmying towards.
They
And
shimmy
everyone
away.
seems a little bit creeped out. Yeah, everyone seems a little creeped out about that.
Should I
Mhm.
deal with that? I don't think so.
Alright.
But yeah,
But you can
Leon will just
return.
walk over to the trash, throw away most of the squishy toy, throw the other
Mhm,
piece at Avery, jokingly, and then just take the 2 that I stole
uh-huh,
and give one to Mare and go back in the corner, people watching.
right.
Avery's just
You'll
gonna
get,
take a piece of the
underhand
toy.
tossed, a ripped up little piece of one.
Throws it in the trash can.
Uh-huh. When you get back to your table, your Gould cat Mare, will, see the brand new toy that you've got and just, start playing with it at the table. Ring batting it around in a circle around the table.
Xavier is going to check in on perimeter
Okay.
now that we've kind of got everything going and it seems to be going decent. This is about the time where things shouldn't go decent.
And just on cue, one of your people on the perimeter does not check in.
Quick text to Avery, and then I'm going to where they're stationed.
Avery checks her phone.
All right.
Reaches
They were
around the bar.
stationed in the corner of the back alley where the external staircase, that is the second entrance to the apartments upstairs. They were stationed at that door. When you get there, there is no one there.
Blood? Anything? Any
Uh,
evidence at all?
would you
What's awareness?
yes, would you like to use wits awareness or activate any supernatural abilities?
Mm, I don't have any sight beyond sight anymore.
Mhm.
So what's awareness?
Yep, just wits
Um,
awareness.
okay. And this photographic memory doesn't help here.
No, it does not.
Okay, just making sure. So it would be awareness, wits. Um, we all started at 1 hunger, right?
Yep, what hunger?
Now I'm at 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck me. Willpower.
Would you like to spend
Yeah.
willpower?
Oh, yeah.
As out of your dice pool of 7 dice, you only got 1 success on a black die. So you have the ability to reroll 3, so have at it. Alright. That appears to be 1 more success. Do you want to keep doubling down, or are you good
Other
with
willpower, and I'll do the 2 that I didn't reroll before, and the one that wasn't and the one that was no.
Well, I mean, they're
2
black dice regardless. So you've got 2 successes right now, and you still have a pool of 4 dice that you could
4 that are failures. Yeah, so I'll reroll 3.
Okay.
Mm. Go.
There you go.
Alright, 5
So 5
successes.
successes. Yeah.
Alright. At first, it's very hard to see, if anything has happened. But then you notice a very faint scuff mark in the cement, like rubber. Uh, and it appears that whoever was at the door was like dragged away. And then you will find them in the alleyway, unconscious,
Not dead though.
not dead.
Oh boy. Mm. Any damage whatsoever, or just knocked unconscious?
Um, it's kind of hard to tell. They do look so you're experienced enough at this point that you can tell when someone has been fed on, and they definitely look like they have that they've lost some blood as their skin is more pale and sunken in. They've lost color
Oh, so someone took
or more.
3 or 4. Okay. Didn't kill it though, so it wasn't 5. Okay, well, emergency ghouling, I guess. Um, I'll take a mark against my humanity.
All right, Marcus Stain, as you bite down on your wrist, kind of bring them to a little bit. And what are you going to try to do to convince them to drink your blood? Just say, "Drink this."
Well, if they're unconscious, I'm just gonna force it down them. I'm
Okay.
sorry, but this is emergency save your life. Because
All right.
I
So
don't
you
know how
o-
close you were to death.
open up their mouth and just kind of force the vitae into their mouth. And as it does, you kind of see the vitae spill out over their mouth, and you get the scent of your blood. Um, that sweet taste, smell of blood kind of starts filling into the alleyway.
And that's a range
Um,
check too. Okay.
mhm.
Okay.
All right, but you don't get more hungry from it, from giving your blood. Uh, for a couple of seconds, it doesn't seem like um anything is like it's doing anything, and then he kind of like stirs a little bit, and then like a hand comes up and grabs your arm, and then you can start feeling the sucking on your open wound as more blood begins drawing, and he swallows a few times, and then you can
And
pull away
yeah, I'll pull away before he makes
and
me
and
hungrier.
right, and then force the wound closed.
Yep.
He still seems like in a bad shape, kind of out of it. Um, but he'll
That should
live.
save his life. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then you'll hear from behind you, "I don't think it was worth saving him."
At that point, both because the coat he wears, even if he's dressed up, there's karambit holsters stitched into the collar of his coats now.
Mhm.
So he immediately twists around, pulling out both of them and pairing.
Uh, in the dark alley, it's kind of hard to see if anyone is there. But you see 2 glowing red dots and a dark
Does
silhouette.
that voice sound familiar? Does it
It
sound like Monroe?
No, it does not.
Great.
This is a unfamiliar voice. Although we never really got to I'm gonna just go ahead and say, since you are aware of the owl problems, that you have also encountered one of these talking owls before. And this voice sounds very similar to the one that came out of the talking owls, as well as the glowing red eyes that the owls had when they talked.
You really. You're here for
You
Leon.
really you really should have just killed him or left him to die.
He's on my payroll.
Did.
Why would I let him die?
I guess kind can be useful. Well, it was nice seeing you. And then you hear footfalls leading into the alley.
Immediately overcomes potential Sabat and a quick text to Avery.
All right. Uh,
Avery.
so as you
Owl. Just the word
pull out
owl.
pull out your phone and send a quick text, and when you look back, uh, you can the dark figure in the alley appears to be gone, but you will see soaring up ahead above you uh, a flutter of wings uh, as a large bird goes soaring off into the distance.
Okay. Are you just owl? Are you sure that's all you want to send?
It's probably about all you
Sabat
would at
equal
time.
owl. Yeah, Sabat equal owl.
Mhm. It's just what you got.
Yeah.
Calling.
Do you want to head into a back room
Oh yeah,
so
no,
you can
I
hear
am
better?
definitely heading into a
Excusing
situation.
yourself very
Mhm.
politely
Yeah,
and then walk.
I'm with Ryder right now, so she
Yeah.
just looks at
So
Ryder and
Ryder,
goes,
you will see Avery
"Stay."
check her phone, get a very terrified look on her face, and immediately, without saying a thing, just head off to the back room, starting a phone call. And Leon, you will also see this.
Leon will notice that she looked distressed and would get up and follow.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
immediately
Like
calling
All right. And
safety.
Phoenix, you were just headed back to the stage for your last number when you physically run into Avery trying to make a phone call into the back room.
Oh, what's up? What's up?
And Leon follows directly behind a
I
moment later.
Sabat equals owl. Is all
You
she says before on the phone.
All right, so phone call
Xavier
rings through.
answers Bluetooth and then immediately also activates his comm so his security team can hear what's going on.
What do
All
you
right.
Um,
What do you mean Sabat equals owl? Did you run into
Do
an
you want to
owl?
turn your speakerphone on?
not speakerphone. I do not put speakerphone on. Bluetooth here, comms
Well,
for security.
right. Avery, do you want to put on your speakerphone so everyone else can hear you?
Who's back with me?
Leon
In the
and
back
Pedro.
room is Leon and
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yes, actually, you know what? Screw
I
it.
will
If
act.
Monroe
I
hears.
will activate my sense unseen.
If Monroe hears, maybe it'll be helpful.
Okay. For Sensing Unseen, you will need to make a quick roll for me.
Yep. What am I rolling?
No, Monroe's right
Let me
there.
look at
Right.
the
He's like right up.
system.
Right in everybody's area.
You need to make Wits Resolve. And then I need to make dice an unspecified just don't worry about it. I'm rolling dice.
Okay.
It's probably nothing.
It's
Don't
probably
worry about it.
nothing.
What's the
Okay.
difficulty?
That terrifies
Um
me.
let me
Zero
finish
because
rolling my
it's
dice. Yeah,
zero because it's
Yeah.
yeah. It's a
Was
challenge.
it
Well,
oh god.
no, it's not actually a critical.
Oh yeah, I saw that and then I got excited and then I
Yeah,
answered.
it's a
Three
19.
successes.
Yeah.
3 successes. All
Yes.
right. So you take a quick look around and you are fairly certain that there is no one else back here.
Yeah, I don't like those words. Either way, Avery's not even thinking Nosferatu at this
Uh-huh.
moment. Speakerphone. Like, what do you mean Sabat equals owl? Did you see an owl here?
I know I saw a person turn into an owl and fly away after talking to me and nearly killing one of my guards.
He immediately looks at Leon. Your dad?
No clue.
Which I just had to cool, thank you. Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna look to Avery and go. We should probably wrap up tonight.
Huh. Well, no. We should. No. No. I don't really want.
Monroe, you're probably listening. Just
We're
Hangs
in a
up.
back room.
Hangs up. We. I don't want. I don't want it to come out that we've been dealing with stuff like this to the Camarilla just yet, if we can help it. Although
really,
now she when she has heard Xavier say Monroe, she like, oh right, people can go invisible, and she just
I
kinda
looked
glances
around and
the room.
I didn't see anyone. I looked with my special eyes, but that doesn't. The
my
point is
brand.
My
the
brand.
point is if that happened in the open and we have people that can go invisible, that there could be someone in the bar, like we could be putting everyone in danger. So I think we might want to.
I am.
Well,
And like she's like she doesn't even finish her sentence. She's like I am, and then she like walks out and like goes upstairs and she like, hey undad.
So you're going to go talk to Skip.
Oh, I'm gonna pull him aside.
Okay.
I'm going to scan the whole of the bar with my special eyes for
All right. You can
anything.
make another wits awareness. I have to make another dice roll that you just don't need to worry about.
That you
Okay.
don't even need to worry about.
Wits.
You don't need to worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
wits resolve, not awareness.
Or yeah, wits resolve. My bad. Sorry, I told you. Yep.
Resolve.
And potentially risk it for the biscuit.
I'll rouse the blood. Yeah.
In that case, I will. No, I already know what the last roll was.
Ooh.
All
Good
right,
shit.
you do not get more hungry as you pull in on your vampiric nature and rouse your blood to become more aware.
3 successes. Wait,
Four.
2.
Four
No,
successes.
that's four. Four
Yeah.
successes. All right. So you take another scan around the area. You do not see. You do see one person who has been hidden the whole night. You weren't even
Sophia.
sure that she was here. They were here. Sophia is kind of stationed um, at the corner of the bar, kind of overlooking everyone on the dance floor and down below, and is kind of keeping an eye on the balcony as well. And you can see that you guys meet eyes, and Sophia kind of recognizes that you see them and gives you a questioning look of like, is something happening?
I
But
give a very
that is the only hidden thing that you see.
okay. Do I see anything? I don't. Nothing up top either.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Monroe is standing behind you.
Yeah, and the
He's
entire
breathing
time,
down my neck, bro.
He just
like
yeah,
every
he
time you
just
move your head, he just moves.
He's used to doing it with Louis, so he like knows how to.
Right. It's like this is you and this is Monroe, and you're just like, oh, don't see no one.
Oh, is that a honeydew?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll have my little honeydew.
Oh, that's cute.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yep.
Diggy diggy hole.
Diggy diggy hole. Yeah. But undad.
Uh-huh. What about Leon? What is Leon doing in this moment?
They are
Finding out
going.
that potentially your sire is just outside.
I did see.
Leon will be
I did
like,
specify he flew away.
yeah.
Right, but still could be circling around outside as a bird.
Leon will go sit by the window with Mare in their lap, chewing on the
Okay.
stress toy, looking outside
Is
to
Mare
make sure
chewing on
they
the
are not.
stress toy, or is Leon chewing on
Both.
the stress toy?
They're sharing it.
Okay, no los dos.
Ripped in half. Leon has one half, Mayor has the other.
Yes. We're
We're gonna
both
have to build
Alright.
some like Kevlar freaking stress balls.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
What about Ryder? Ryder, seeing all of this drama happening. Everyone looks
He's
very
just watching.
panicked. Alright.
He's just
Sounds
watching.
fair.
Oh no, Avery's trying to
Uh,
compose herself now that she's going upstairs where the big important people are.
Yep.
Oh, if I didn't see anyone, I will follow. I will be following Avery.
Okay.
I am the emergency backup for Avery.
Alright. So you will see Sophia. They are kind of hanging out by the by where Leon is right now as Leon walks back. And you will see that they were cloaked they've been invisible this whole time. But they see you and you see them. Did you want to like silently motion anything to them? Because they gave you a questioning look of like, is something happening?
I will very, very subtly give Sophia a come here finger.
Okay. And as Avery and you start going upstairs, Sophia will be lagging a few steps behind, weaving in and out of other of guards, servers, and the Thin Mints and whoever else is around. And as they do so, Avery, you make it upstairs, and you see Skip, who is chatting up two of the Thin Mints, specifically Brandon and let's go with Braden. Yep, Braden and Chaz.
Oh, hi, Chaz. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. This is fantastic. I've never seen so many of us, but in this place. And
There's
that's
so
the
many,
and
so
he
many
points
big
over,
important
he like
people.
very like quietly and like tries to subtly, but it's not very subtle at all. points over to the table with steel and goes, "And that's the prince guy?"
And she like grabs his hand. Is like, yes, that is the prince. You mind if I borrow my undad for a second?
Uh, and Skip kind of gets an amused look on his face, and then the other two go, "Yeah, sure."
Okay. You know
And
what?
Skip
Enjoy
goes,
yourself. Stay in a group. And she like takes
uh,
Skip,
Skip aside, right,
pulling him
with
like
Phoenix.
we're upstairs now, so she's actually gonna pull them all into her office.
Okay. So you three walk into the office. Phoenix, do you want to like leave the door lingering open just a little bit, kind of stepping out of the way so that
Yeah,
Sophia can
I
come
just
in as
hold the
well?
door open for a couple seconds more so Sophia can kind of squeeze in while invisible.
And just like effortlessly like weaves in underneath your arm without like moving any of their hair or anything. And then they just kind of like take a standing position in the corner as all three of you kind of scoot in.
I'm gonna close that.
Um and Skip's gonna go, what's the something up, kiddo? What's up?
It's like
Yeah.
Avery immediately starts like pacing a little bit. She's like, Xavier saw. I'm gonna guess it's a gangrel since they turned into a owl. An owl. She says like, and flew away.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on a second here. Take a step back. Where did this happen? And
Out,
when did this happen?
outside the bar.
Out back.
Like
They
15 minutes
attacked
ago.
Okay.
one of his security guards, left him for dead. Not dead, but like almost dead. Apparently, nearly drained him.
Oh. Oh.
Um, Xavier had to ghoul him.
But they turned into an owl and flew away? Are
Yes,
attacking people?
they flew away. They
Okay. That's bad.
Oh,
I
you
think
don't say. She like
This is
throws like the next victim of her stress ball.
it's Phoenix's arm.
crushes it. Mhm.
Like the next one, like just shredded like on her desk. I'm like, you don't say.
Um, I should we end tonight?
Like I'm
I
not
don't
saying.
know.
Listen, you're
The
all
if you end tonight prematurely, the prince is gonna know something's up.
yeah.
Do you have other people you can send out back there just to make sure?
Yeah,
Maybe Kate?
me. I can see things.
Okay. If you would, I mean, please.
Yeah, just ask Alice to play a couple extra songs while I take a lap, I guess, around the perimeter.
Yeah. Yes.
Good
Okay.
call, good call.
Uh.
Maybe you should have little Leon with you just as in case backup.
Oh, I don't know if that would be a good idea. If it's her sire.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe not, Leon.
Why not? They can hold themselves,
Well, I mean, true.
right?
I don't know. I was told with Tremere, like we have issues with sires stuff, so I don't know if that can be like a thing that happens to like other kindred. I don't really like. I haven't learned about sire things yet, besides my clan. So
All right.
Isn't
All right.
there like a? Well, I guess it's been like 6 months. You know what? It should be fine. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't ask, so I didn't know. I haven't read about it.
You know what? Yeah.
If
Leon.
somehow you had been blood bonded, that blood bond should be over by now.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Maybe take Leon. 2 is better than 1. And she has
Yeah.
a cat that can. I don't know, like lassie us over if we need to.
Right. Mayor could definitely come if there is trouble, Mayor can definitely come send a message and let us know. Do I need to let Quinn know? And do I need to let Quinn or Sophia? And then Phoenix, you will see Sophia come over and give a very like a tap on um on Skip's forearm, and you see it's a very particular pattern, like it's 1 2 1 2 3. And then Skip will kind of nod his head and say, "Never mind. Uh, uh, they're already here."
Oh, well, hi, Sophia. Okay, so
You get a whisper in your ear. Hello.
that is.
I love her so much.
Yep, I love Sophia, so she's just gonna be like,
Um,
cool. And he's just like, I don't know. I mean,
I
we could tell Quinn. I don't want the prince to know
there's
because then that just gives him an excuse to come right back in here.
there's two ways we can do this, right? And one of them is we end this prematurely and everyone goes their separate ways. But the problem is everyone goes their separate ways.
Yeah.
Or we stay here in a group.
As far as we know, there are 5 of them. Right, like because us and then the lady with
Four
the sword.
now?
But kiddo, if
You're
the
right.
Sabbat are gonna cause problems, they're gonna cause problems regardless of what you do.
Okay, yes. What I'm going at is, you're all so much older than us. Some of you by centuries, right? So, I mean, that's a lot of vamp power.
Knock at the door, and it would be
Um,
Bucky.
yeah.
Okay.
Just like peeking. I'm like,
Yep. Bucky's at the door.
let him in.
Now I can hear what's going on from where
I'm
I'm
just
at.
gonna pull him in. Shut
Uh-huh.
the
Giant orgy.
Not with
Um,
Skip. Skip is
all
cool.
right. So, if we stay in here too long, they're gonna notice something's up. I'm sure Monroe is here peeking around. Probably already knows what's happening.
Well, that sucks.
Just play it cool. Keep a patrol going. That's about as best advice I can give you. Just try to keep it cool.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Do not. She's like, Phoenix is still in here. Or did Phoenix leave? Phoenix left.
Phoenix is in
No,
here. No.
Phoenix is still
okay.
here with Bucky.
She's just gonna be like, do not ask any of the Themans. I know they're pretty cool with us, but I mean,
I'm not asking them to take on the fucking Sabbat. Are you crazy?
I'm more afraid that the Sabbat are gonna get a hold of them and tell them stuff, and they're gonna be like, hey, that sounds so much better.
They're babies. I'm not gonna do that to them.
Yes, we're babies.
They're babies.
They're older than
Actually, they're older than us.
Not mentally.
Right.
They have been vampires longer than you, even though they are thin bloods.
I'm gonna pat Bucky's metal arm and go, hey, can I take Bucky with me too?
You're gonna have to ask.
Xavier will answer that question to Bucky. Follow her. Put someone else on Overwatch.
Bucky will nod and say, "Affirmative, sir."
Okay, so, all right. So here's the plan. Phoenix, you, Leon, and Bucky do a little loop-de-loop. Probably check on Esme.
Oh, that's gonna be my first stop. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna start heading out the door.
Also, she might not be there. She said she.
We figure out what clan she was.
I know. The player know. At least I think I know.
You think you know?
I think I know. She's like, yeah. She said that she'd be okay with you figuring stuff out for her. So yeah, check with her. Do a little loop-de-loop. Skip. If you want to tell Quinn, I am leaving that decision up to you. He is part of your coterie.
I'll let the little one take care of that. And then a disembodied voice will whisper, "Thanks."
Right. Sophia, you're the best. I am gonna go tell Alice to keep playing, and then I'm gonna go sit with the prince and try to act like everything is okay. And she like opens the door and storms.
Can I like? Can I
Mhm.
like? If I haven't left the bar as a whole yet, can I like toss Avery one of those hidden stress balls?
Oh, she's gonna catch.
They're just
Sure.
everywhere
There
around
they
the,
are. They
the
really
I
bar.
are.
guess
She hit him. And
She's hitting them.
strategically planted stress balls.
And yeah,
All right.
she's gonna leave
I'm-
the office.
all right.
And big
Fresh
I'm
smile
gonna-
stress ball in
correction.
hand. Avery comes trying to nonchalantly
Back out.
make her way towards the prince.
No, she's
Would
gonna go
you
down
give
to Alice first, and kind of whisper
Oh,
something
Alice.
to her to
Okay.
keep playing.
Right.
And then
I'm
she's
going
make
to-
herself clear to the prince.
Have my arm
Skip.
linked with Bucky. Like
Yep.
we're buddies. We're best buds. We're pals.
Do you want to head downstairs to go talk to Leon?
I'm just gonna I'm
Alright.
gonna make sure Leon can see me, and I'm gonna motion for Leon to follow.
All right. Skip and Sophia will make their way out to the balcony and start keeping an eye on and meet up with Quinn.
During this time, Xavier has climbed up the staircase.
Did you just leave your cooldown
Yeah, he'll be fine.
In the
I'll
alleyway.
drag him in. No, I'll put him inside the door.
All right. Yeah, there's like a
Um,
little vestibule for you to.
Yeah. I put him inside the door, closed the door, and then ran up the stairs.
All right.
And I'm trying to get a bird's eye view of the surrounding buildings and area the entire time that they were talking, and that's why I was like, Bucky, go find them, so I can hear what's going on.
Mhm.
Fetch.
All right. So there is from the top floor there is a roof access. Do you want to just climb out onto that?
Yes, and I will be just doing the gentle, just left to right, scanning every item of things that I can see from the distance, and
So
then just doing a full circle counter or clockwise around the top of the building.
all right. So a plethora of things are happening at once. Ryder, at this moment, you are just kind of trying to keep a cool a cool image down below in the dance pit. Am I correct?
Oh no,
Trying
he
to,
would have
like-
gotten on stage.
Oh,
He's
stage at this point.
yeah, he's commandeering this ship. He saw
Alright.
a chance and he's taking it.
And
Alice
the time delay between Alice and
right.
Yup.
Well,
Fee.
Alice is still like the Wild Roses are still performing, but they see you jump up and start trying to sing. Like Alice is gonna be a little uneasy at first, but then like seeing how good of a performer you are is immediately just gonna like toss you a spare microphone, and you guys are just gonna start duetting like
Fuck yeah.
Johnny Cash and other stuff like that. So when Avery walks downstairs, you'll see that Ryder has joined the musical performance and is doing quite well.
Just stop. Like anger's coming over her for just a moment. The stress is getting to her, and she's just like, "I got bigger fish to fry at this moment," and she's gonna go up and she's gonna tell.
Oh, if he definitely caught that Avery was like glaring at him, he'd give her a wink. Just straight up, just like,
Mm-hmm.
I know damn well what I'm doing, don't you worry.
Right. She's gonna go up. She's gonna whisper to Alice, like, "I need you to keep playing, but please change up the genre."
Oh no, he's definitely allowing it to be more rock. Like he's just like he's allowing it to happen. He didn't like commandeer it. It's not like bluesy or anything. It's like it's good. It's the good shit.
Mhm.
She's like, I just need you to
You're
keep
just,
playing.
like, joining in on a duet. Maybe you grab one of
All I can think about
the
right now is Scream by Avenged Sevenfold just came on, and my brain is like, yes, that's what's playing right now.
But she's just
Alright.
basically like, I need you to keep playing for a little bit.
I mean, it's
Phoenix.
more or less like you're just gonna be like you have to walk by the side of the stage, and like she'll just like poke over while in between sets or in between songs.
Like, I need you to keep playing
And
for a
so
little
what's
bit.
up?
I need you to keep playing for a little bit. Phoenix is looking into
Uh,
something for me real fast. Nothing to worry about. uh, uh, but if you just could keep playing for a bit, that would be great. Thank you.
yeah, no problem. This writer guy, what a
Yeah,
performer!
keep.
I don't know where you found him.
He found us. Keep it rock. I don't want any country, please.
No problem.
Thanks. And then she's gonna make her way back upstairs, putting on a smile. this stress
Would
ball's
you
on
give
me.
me? Would you give me a composure etiquette?
I don't think I. Ooh, I do have stuff in etiquette. I am gonna rouse the blood.
So while you're making
Can I
that
make a
roll,
wits and awareness?
Okay, I'm good.
you can make a wits awareness for looking around. Phoenix, you and Bucky are going to make your way to Leon. Leon is just kind of looking out of the front window. That is,
What's the difficulty?
it's 0. So just
Is this
hidden
a social thing?
information.
You wanna surround from me, baby.
Because it is social, you do get to add your beautiful die.
Okay, so I get 2
So
extra
you do
die.
get bonuses for beautiful.
Yeah.
So Leon, you will notice from looking out at the front through the front window, you will notice that Phoenix and Bucky have shown up.
I don't know what the difficulty was, so I just rolled.
Here, yep, just roll.
3. Good job.
All right.
Phoenix, like showing up to Leon, is gonna very subtly motion for Leon to get up and follow her.
Leon walks up to her and like drops the torn up squishy in her hand and then picks up Mare and put him on their shoulders.
Hmm.
And will like hold out their hand and ask, "Can I have another one, please?"
I don't have any on me, but I know where Avery hid all of them. So, like, come with me and then we'll get you one. Okay?
Okay. I want to get one for Mare so that I don't tear his up.
Okay, so then we'll get you 2. Then one for you and one for Mare. But, like,
Like
come
4 left.
come take a smoke break with me. You don't smoke, but I do.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
It's gonna drag Leon outside. Now I've got one arm length with Leon and one arm length with Bucky, and we're all best friends.
All right.
He is very uncomfortable.
Leon would just
So
look over at Bucky and be very confused.
I'm gonna wink at Bucky.
mhm. Can I get for Ryder, can I get a performance charisma check?
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Go for it. And then let's see here. Avery, as you walk back, you take a second to calm yourself. Put your fresh squeeze ball that has a couple new wrinkles in it right now. Try to tuck it into pocket real fast so it doesn't
There's
look
no
like
pocket
you.
for this shit.
Okay, well you just ditch it somewhere, and then make your way towards Prince Prince Steele, who is um, continuing to enjoy the bottle of Merlot given to him of blood wine.
Am I adding any extra dice to this roll?
You have the beautiful perk, I believe.
That I
So
do.
you do add 1 dice to that, and then, because of that, and then you will also add an additional die, because of your, specialty in
Okay.
guitar. So you will
So
add 2
2
dice to that.
total. Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
Cool. And what's the difficulty?
Difficulty of 2. You're just trying to draw the attention of the crowd. And you got 4 successes. Fantastic. You are doing a phenomenal job.
You
Um,
could risk your willpower to reroll those other 3 die.
you
Nah.
probably
I'm
don't need
content.
to. Your singing partner, and the, front of the Wild Roses, Alice, is very beautiful, and she is just sort of like a manic pixie dream girl, sort of just like punk rocker. Um, and you 2 are just having a hell of a time, singing duets and jamming out on um, acoustic guitars and stuff like that together. And you seem to be drawing quite a good crowd. Like you guys together seem to be quite a performance. Um, as Xavier is patrolling the top, Xavier, with your uh, 3 successes, you will see this that figure in the darkness with the overcast moonlight and the bit of stars and the ambient light pollution from the streetlights and stuff like that. You will see that there is definitely if not 1, maybe 2 or 3 birds flying around the downtown area. They don't seem to be circling or in any sort of pattern. It's just every once in a while, out of the corner of your eye, you'll see one fly up and go somewhere, and then kind of dip in behind a building and disappear. And that is when Phoenix and Leon and Bucky are going to be doing a patrol outside. Would you 2 like to give me wits awareness, or for Phoenix's, it would be a wits resolve
Yeah.
for your
As
special
soon as
eye.
Bucky comes out, one of the
Mhm.
guards who was watching the front would take his place inside to keep an eye on the inside.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming there was 2 guards in the front, one in the back entrance, and then Bucky inside. The one in the back entrance is currently incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as Bucky took his place, one of them came in to take his place. So
Okay. No
there's now
problem.
one up on the upper VIP area,
Okay.
um, who's just keeping an eye on the floor.
Okay.
Sorry, I did rouse the blood because I want to do very good. But what
All right.
is the difficulty?
The difficulty of this is hidden. So difficulty 0.
0.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then Wolfie, if
That
okay, you got
that is a
Leon.
crit.
Willpower, willpower,
Yep.
willpower.
That is 5 successes for Leon. Ooh,
Uh,
fantastic.
Nice.
You are on it today.
This is my first good roll of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Don't jinx it.
You also have the eyes of the beast, and you have the ability to sense the beast too. Would you like to make a rouse check to activate sense the beast, so you can sense if supernatural creatures are nearby?
Yes.
Because you got feral whisper. There you go. That's what I meant to say.
Rouse check.
And then Eyes of the Beast allows you to see in the dark. I don't think Eyes of the Beast, that is free, so you can just turn on your night vision and be able to see in the dark.
Okay.
And then Feral Whispers, I believe, does cost a rouse check. So,
Okay.
1 rouse check. And that is a success, so you do not get more hungry. So you
Nice.
open up your senses so that you can sort of feel and sense the animals around you. And then you activate your eyes. Phoenix, you will notice that as Leon is sort of looking around in a sort of predatorial gaze, that their eyes are visibly like glowing a faint red. Very similarly to how those owls' eyes glowed. The owls that you met previously.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and as you look
So
around, the scan, it will appear as though everything is fine. There
The
are no
both of us?
supernatural creatures skulking around out here, and it doesn't look like any of the wildlife is out of place or unordinary, or is anything but ordinary.
The both of us?
Yep,
Okay.
everything seems fine.
he look to. I'll get his. Oh God, wits and awareness
Yeah,
not great.
I'm Can I drag them with me to go check like through the back doorway to the apartments to check on like Esme
yep.
and Cypher's
To
room?
check on Esme. Esme
Yeah.
does not appear to be in her room.
Does it look like there was a struggle or
It does not. It looks like they
okay.
left. They even they left their phone too, which seems to be their MO. As that's normally
I'll
from the
get her.
last time you checked in on them, that's what she did. She left her phone.
Gonna get her a freaking beeper. Jesus.
Mhm.
A landline.
Uh-huh.
I like stress squeeze Bucky's arm when I see
Uh-huh.
the phone.
Uh-huh.
3 successes from Bucky.
All right. Bucky does not notice anything out of the ordinary and does not alert you. So, everything seems to be fine. Would you like to wrap up the evening with the final number?
I'm gonna go back and like inform Avery in, you know, like in secret
Uh-huh.
You could just text
Uh,
him.
so,
via text.
mhm. So Avery, you are hanging out with the prince while the rest of this is going on, while everyone's swarming around, keeping an eye out.
Yep.
Uh,
Mm,
uh, Steele doesn't seem to sense that anything is amiss, and Louis is very enthralled to have you here. He's struck up a conversation about how lovely these booths are that you've got, and
Yeah.
how he's so glad to have provided refreshments for this evening, and is very happy that you asked him to do so.
Uh, yep. But she just smile at him. Like she's trying to be like as is the word aloof,
Uh-huh.
relaxed as possible. Come off as relaxed
Right,
and not at all, you know,
losing your damn mind.
losing her damn mind. Oh,
All right.
thank you so much for the blood wine. It is great to be able to have something to drink that I enjoy.
It is my pleasure.
I
And please, I do hope you will invite me back here. This place is quite lovely.
you
I don't get out of the Chantry much.
uh the invitation to come is open to all of you, she says, giving
Oh, my dear.
giving like both Louis and Steele like just like uneasy.
Steele's kind of been like half paying attention in this conversation, kind of half paying attention to the music down below, and goes, "Yeah, this place ain't half bad," and
Oh,
finishes his drink and says,
I'm so glad that you enjoy being here.
mm-hmm. That is when you will see Phoenix, Bucky, and Leon come out from the back room behind the curtains, where the stairwell to the upstairs is, and they kind of come back in. And I believe Xavier probably be with them, or do you want to stay up on top of the building?
I think actually Bucky would swap places
All right, so Bucky will be up.
with Xavier,
Uh-huh.
and his sniper is on the roof.
Okay. So Bucky
So
with his sniper rifle up on the
he is
roof.
going to
He's
I
gonna be on
describe
Phoenix's arm.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Xavier is gonna walk in with he's gonna describe what he saw, like the shadowy, bright red eyes,
Mm-hmm.
the best detail, like with his photographic memory, he's just gonna instantly recall what he saw and say in the best detail he can to somebody who doesn't have a photographic memory
Right.
what he saw.
All right. So Bucky gets a good idea of what's going on. Uh, it's at this point so that the rest of the coterie, uh, uh, your Avery, the rest of your coterie comes out, and from back upstairs, they all seem to be fine. They don't seem to be panicked too much or anything like that.
There's gonna be a
Uh,
text to Avery.
mm-hmm.
Both of the twins have texted
Out
Avery.
sight was 3 owls in a
Mm-hmm.
general area, but nothing aggressive. They all just seem to disappear when they seem to be noticed.
All right. Uh, Phoenix, it's about this time that you hear the song that was supposed to be your cue to like be getting ready for your last song be played as Ryder, this new kindred, begins ripping his shirt off, giving his like rippling abs, uh, um, and starts just like belting out a song,
Who is that guy?
kind of taking over the stage.
Have you guys made your way over to me now, or like?
Xavier
This
has
is
let go of Phoenix's arm because Phoenix or Xavier knows Phoenix has something to do at this point and
Mhm.
has moved his Xavier has moved his way, having freshened up his shirt and like made himself look presentable again and come up the stairs to be eye candy again, arm
Phoenix
candy
has
again.
departed for
So
backstage.
you'll take your place as Avery's eye candy,
Arm candy.
arm candy, whatever. You know what I mean.
Either yes.
Mm-hmm.
In that really nice black suit with the red vest that's embroidered, and he's
Mm-hmm.
red tie, and he's just like perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
Leon, what is Leon doing as you guys exit or exit the top floor and get back down into the balcony?
Leon will like go search for more of those squishies for Mare.
Oh,
All right.
I would have pulled two and tossed them on my way back.
Yep, you can definitely just like go into Avery's office real fast and just grab one.
There's also they're just
Literally,
lighting the bar
Mm-hmm.
behind
Mhm.
behind
Right,
the
and
counter.
you and Mayor can totally just have like a whole booth to yourselves where you can just play with the little stress toys.
Yes, while still keeping an eye out.
All right, no
there's probably a
problem.
couple of those like poppy fidget toys too.
Yeah.
Just no, there are a lot of like just in like things that are easily hidden
Mm-hmm.
in
Well,
the
I know.
areas.
I just meant more for like the ADHD. Like, gotta do something.
Right. All right.
Definitely would be doing something like that.
Okay.
Mostly chewing on those and also popping those.
All right. Sounds good. And then Phoenix makes her way backstage. Just as Ryder finishes his ballad. Sounds like it was a song he wrote himself. It's hard to tell, but he was giving it his all, and everyone seems to be enthralled with him.
Hell yes. Pop off,
And
Ryder.
then as you are, give the quick heads up to the stage tech that you're ready, the lights and sound drop out. Ryder, you're a little surprised by this because you didn't know that this cue was going to happen. Do you want to get out of the way?
He would follow the cue of like, if everybody else got out of the way, he's like, oh, I'm not gonna be that asshole that's just left standing on stage.
All right, sounds good. And then once again, this time instead of the lights cutting in dramatically, it is a slow fade as what song begins playing?
I Want to Be Your Slave by Manscaped.
You want to say that one more time?
I want to be
I
your
wanna be-
slave. I want to be your slave. I want to be your master.
All right.
Was the next song on the
I love that.
Do you want to give a quick
yes.
charisma performance roll for
Yes.
your
You know she's gonna do all of the things.
That's
Okay.
You still have a pool of 11 dice.
Yes.
With that rouse check, you are not more hungry.
Performance, charisma.
But you are at 2 hunger because you only had that one blood bag. A vampire Capri Sun. Ooh.
Okay,
That's
no,
3
I
successes
refuse.
out of 11 dice. Ooh, waiting
Wait,
in
there we go.
anticipation
Okay.
for the reroll.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of blanks.
Well, there you go.
All right, that's 2
5
more
again.
successes.
5. Yep.
So that's
5
5.
successes.
You
You're gonna try to do it again?
No,
You
5 is
only
good.
have
It's not the
you
finale.
only have one more superficial. Yep, you are on your last willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to spend it?
Is this the finale?
It is. This is the
Okay.
last thing that happens tonight.
For
before the
this
lights come
song,
on
no,
and
because she
everyone
has the
goes
false
home.
encore,
Right.
and
But
that's
I
the
mean, this is
one.
that whole performance. This is what it's. This
Okay,
is
then
it takes
yes,
the whole cake.
yes. Then yes. I can re-roll up to 3.
Yeah, you have 3.
Mhm.
Okay.
6. That brings me to
6.
6. Can I go into aggravated to re-roll again?
You can. It's very hard to heal aggravated willpower, though.
That's
You've got 6 successes out of 11.
now I have 8.
Actually,
You have more than that. No, you have more than that. You have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, because I crit it.
Yeah.
You crit.
10. You have 10.
Fuck yes.
1, 2, 3,
10
4,
success
5,
finale.
6 plus 4, 10. Yeah.
Taking an aggravated point for using so much effort, you are taking an aggravated point of willpower damage.
I accept that.
But you absolutely blow it out of the water. Everyone is entirely enthralled with you. They cannot keep their eyes off of you. Those who need to blink still don't blink because they cannot miss a second of your performance.
Dry eyes.
And then after your song is complete, the lights sort of start fading down and the song starts fading away. When all of a sudden, it brings back up a new layer on top of it of what song?
It goes into Numb Encore with Jay-Z
Nice.
and Linkin Park.
And do you do like a whole like performance with it, or is it still a dance routine?
It's all a dance routine.
All right.
But it
And
is very like it's theatrical. It's
the-
meant to keep the crowd
right. And
popping.
you have drawn like people who are supposed to be working, all of the Thin Mints, anyone, even Veronica is down in the dance pit cheering you on at the end of it, giving you a round of applause.
Wow.
I even got
Wow.
Veronica.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Linda of the group to
I
cheer.
got the group Karen.
The group
Yep.
Karen,
The group
yes.
Karen
The
even.
group Karen.
So there you go.
Awesome.
That
And then I'm
was
gonna
a
change into my
rousing
last outfit.
success. Pun intended.
Change my last outfit. Have a sippy
Mhm.
cup drink.
All right. So, I have to get
Yeah.
going. So that is where we will going to have to call it for tonight. We can take care of some of the minutia and business after the fact, later over chat and stuff like that. But
Go
otherwise,
play.
that'll be it.
All right.
Oh,
That was fun.
that ends.
Ooh.
That ends season 2, episode 1.
Avery, we did it!
A night at Fantasia.
Avery, we did it!
I hope you
I only
enjoyed.
destroyed so many stress balls.